Ooh. Oh, hey. Well, we're live now. So
hey, how's it
going? So thanks for everybody who will eventually watch this or tune in. Apparently, if I go live from Philadelphia, nobody cares.
Well, it's an hour later. Oh no, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's 9:20.
Well, I was waiting for somebody to show up.
Oh yeah, well here I am, and I'm sick, so I shouldn't be here.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm not even supposed to come in today. But check out what I got, dude. It's the Dungeons and Dragons Art and Arcana definitive collection of Dungeons and Dragons artwork. We've been waiting for all of our lives.
Where'd you get that?
I pre-ordered it on Amazon. I forgot that I pre-ordered it, and this is like heavy box showed up, and I'm like, wow, this box is heavy. And I opened, I'm like, oh my god, the book.
I'm gonna immediately go to Amazon right now.
You're going to Amazon. Well, hopefully it's not sold out, because usually like all this crap gets sold out now instantaneously because the world sucks. People buy stuff too quick. It's that whole like hype factor thing, right? But I forgot that I had pre-ordered this.
Oh no, it's like,
is it still available?
It's only like $57.
Oh, it's not bad. Okay. Well, it has a matte black finish, which is already scuffed. I hate matte black finish. You can already see it. There's scuffs. See it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Hey, cool.
So is that in a slipcase or something?
Yeah. So there's this case. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
There's something.
There's only one book.
There's something in here though, in vellum.
Oh, that looks like.
Recognize that?
No, that's Asterix tomb. That's the Tomb of Horrors face.
Oh yeah, let me open that. Ugh. I don't have the right desk. I'm gonna knock my Coke over. You watch. Okay, so it's strapped in, and it looks what looks to be a vellum envelope. All right. So this case is already automatically too big.
Yeah.
We'll put it back here. Yeah, every horizontal surface in my house is stuff put on it. I just have so much stuff coming in from the con and everything.
Poor guy.
Let's see what's in here. Oh, this looks cool. This looks like maybe reproductions of the original stuff. Ooh, cool. Original 1975 reprint. Can you read it? Tournament mode module.
Yeah. So you remember? Do you ever play in a tournament module?
Did. How does a tournament of Dungeons and Dragons?
So way back in the day,
yeah,
way back in the day. Format. Yeah. So way back in the day, I went to Red River Con, which is now Valley Con. Why am I getting a echo in your place?
I've got my mic. Let me mute myself while you're talking.
Okay. So I went there, and basically what they did is that you randomly drew a number, and you ended up at a table and these were like large parties too. You'd play with like 10 people, and there were different puzzles and things, and you had a certain amount of time to play. So, and then like you got points for defeating certain like puzzles in the game. You got like how you handled different monsters, you got points. Like how many people died, you got like lost points, things like that. And then after like 3 hours, you figured out how many points you had. It was tournament play, and then you figured like who did the best kind of thing.
It's pretty sweet. I like to see this old shit. I mean, I grew up with it, but like I didn't grow up with this stuff.
Let me see it. I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good. It's like so it's like all the original hand drawings from I guess the module, like all the handouts. Remember Tomb of Horrors? I got the one that was like TSR made, that had all the handouts like very well drawn.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is the original. Oh my god, look at that. There's the map. So it's really faint. I think they could have done a little enhancement on it. I mean, it's faded out. You see how it's like faded out on the side there?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh wait, here maybe. Do I remember this though? Oh wait, I know what that picture is. Recognize that?
Hold up again.
Test. Hello.
Oh yeah, that's from B2, Keeping the Borderlands.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know what that is.
That's the cover of Greyhawk.
Cover painting of World of Greyhawk. All right, I'm going to test you. We're going to test you. We got a whole bunch of them. And it's got the answer on the back, so... Wow, this looks awesome. I think I know this, but I don't think I... No, I don't know this. This is tricky.
Well, it's not Lord Soth, because he's got the wrong hat on.
Trying to get it without glare, but...
Yeah, I know. I've seen the picture before.
Clue. It's a cover.
Mm-hmm.
Swords of Deceit. Have you ever heard of that? I don't even know if I know that.
I have. I've seen it. I've owned it.
Oh, I know this one.
God, just put some headphones on. This echo's driving me crazy.
It's only one talks.
That was the front of a dragon cover. I don't forget which dragon, but I own the original. No.
Cover, interior painting from second edition Player's Handbook by Elmore.
It was the front of a copy.
Yeah, is it like a dragon?
Dragon magazine.
They call it a dragon. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see here. I don't know. You know what? I think I've seen this one. It's like a double.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't recognize that.
This is from 2000.
Yeah.
The cover of The Forge of Fury. Is that like a book? Is that like a fictional book, maybe? I don't know that name. Oh, well. Any idea what this one is?
Hold on. I'm answering people's questions here.
Yeah.
That's the old Player's Handbook. Duh.
Yeah, but I've never seen it like all fully in one painting, and because it's wrapped around the front and back cover. Right?
With that picture, I always wondered: the thieves trying to pry the.
Is he trying to get the eye? Yeah, like.
Well, are they trying to be sneaky and not be seen while doing it? Or
I must have looked at this thing for hours trying to figure it all out. It's just so great. All right, come on. What do we got here? I don't recognize this. This is from 20th anniversary.
Yeah, that's because the guy in the back is still trying to steal the eye. And
is it a modern day version of it? Oh yeah. Yeah, the other one's better. Oh.
Oh, that's Fiend Folio.
Folio cover, yeah. Neat. Wonder why they didn't put the cover of the Dungeon Master's Guide. That seems an oversight. For a deluxe version.
Or did
I miss it?
The cover of the Monster Manual, which wasn't nice at all.
Yeah, the Monster Manual sucked. But I spent a lot of time looking at those things.
And we beat the hell out of it.
There's some good stuff in here, but I'm like, what am I going to do with it? Oh, wait, there's more. There's more. Okay, this is probably what I'm looking for, right? Oh, it's a quad fold. Is it? Oh, I know this. Oh, yeah, this was like this is the screen. The DM screen. Right? Yeah. Oh my God, I remember looking at this.
Because you were playing and not running the game.
Yes. Well, no, I was DM. I was always the DM. I don't think I was very good at it though. I'm like, I just don't have the acting chops, right? Oh wait, there's one more. It's hiding under here. Oh, please be the one I want. It's not. Oh, it's terrible. What is this? I can't even.
I have no idea what that is.
Interior painting from King's Thunder 2006. What is with all this new stuff? This is new.
That's not new. That's 13.
Well, it's 2006, but it's not the 80s. All right. So that's what's in the interior envelope.
So if you like old school D&D stuff, you should go back to well, first of all, you should put some freaking earphones on because this is driving me crazy.
Give me 1 minute. I have to put this away.
Yeah, I'm going to mute you while I talk to Forrest. Hey, Forrest.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, he's all complaining that he's sick and he won't put headphones on, but I'm going to make him do it.
What's the correlation between being sick and needing headphones?
I have no idea because he's being a little whiny guy. He's like, you're muted. I can't hear you, Scott. Yeah, just put the headphones on.
Wait, why does he need headphones?
Because he's going through his speakers and the echo is annoying the
Oh, I thought you were saying he needed headphones because he was sick. I was like, what the hell?
He's just annoying me. You gotta unmute yourself, Scott.
So you're at PAX Unplugged? Is that the one?
Yeah, I'm at the Rockin' Holiday Inn Express right now.
Whoa. I'd be very interested to see how that convention is. I always wanted to go to a PAX.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can. Yeah. Thank you very much for
you're welcome.
Doing the bare minimum.
Oh my god, this book is great.
What does that mean that I'm doing?
Oh, this is the exact book I wanted. Holy crap, dude.
All right.
Did you order this yet?
No, I haven't. I'm not allowed to order anything. My wife says if I want something, I have to put it on a list.
All right, put it on your Christmas list. Oh my god, this is so good.
Would you show it instead of sitting there?
I know, but how
just find
it has the original ads and stuff. It's hard because it's really heavy.
Oh, poor guy.
Yep. Can you see that? Is that coming through?
Yeah.
So what is it? Like one of the original?
It's all the art of D&D from the beginning of time. This is cool, though. This is a lot. This is way more than I thought it would be.
Sales will skyrocket.
Yes.
So if you like old school stuff, and anybody who's listening likes old school stuff, if you ever played Tegel Manor or Table Manor, depending upon how it was like a judges guild, a adventure that was the judges guild were the first people to ever make second party D&D stuff. It wasn't exactly licensed, but they just did it anyway. And Tegel Manor was this giant 250 room mansion / dungeon, haunted house basically, that your players would go in. And Frog God Games is reprinting it for 5th edition, and oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, those are awesome. Those covers.
But if you go look up Tegel Manor, you'll see they're making a giant at one of the higher levels, a 200
I remember this.
Yeah, I do too.
All this stuff. So
but if you go to Tegel Manor, it's like a $250 or $300 pledge, but you get the hardcover book, you get all the cool stuff, plus you get the map of Tegel Manor, but the whole map of the dungeon is a cloth map, and it's done in inch squares, so you can just put the whole map. And it's huge. Yeah, but it's huge. It's 10 foot by 10 foot map, but you can
video
put it out
game
there.
Stuff.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever played a D&D video game.
You ever play Pool of Radiance or
no? I never had a PC. Growing up, I had an Amiga. I had a Commodore.
Well, yeah, but Commodore still played Pool of had stuff.
Did I have Pool of Radiance for it?
Are you talking about a Commodore 64?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Pool of Radiance, Curse of the Azure Bombs.
Never played any of those. The gold boxes, right?
Yeah, the gold box stuff was good stuff. Really liked it.
Yeah, I never did.
But
man, this book is thorough. This is cool. The cartoon.
I owned it. I got that Blu-ray or whatever when they sold it for $8.
I like watching it. I've tried to sit through some of them. It doesn't hold up.
No, it doesn't. But I watched it with I watched it with my daughter, and she really liked it. So,
Temple of Elemental Evil. Some good stuff in here. This is a good book, man. I have to say.
Remember when?
There we go. Boxes of Gold.
Yep. So remember when T1, the Village of Hamlet, came out, and then there was rumors of the Temple of Elemental Evil. and it was going to be this huge dungeon, and then it didn't come out for like 20 years. And then and so then they re-released the whole thing as like T1, T2, T3 or something like that. It was like the Temple of Elemental Evil.
That's pretty iconic. Did you ever play that system, the Burning Sun or whatever it was? Is it Burning Sun?
Dark Sun. A buddy of mine ran it. He really loved it because psionics or something were like every person had psionics, and he just loved psionics, so he played that. That was one where it had like weird, like the elves were these crazy vagabonds that lived in the deserts, and like when running, there was the Thrycreen, which were like these bug people. There were half giants, and then there were these like there were these dwarf human hybrids called mules. MUL is what they're called. Yeah.
Third edition in here. I guess it probably has all the way up to 5th. Board games. Wow, there is a lot in here.
I thought Dark Sun was what
Ravenloft stuff.
Ooh, Ravenloft. I was never a big Raven. Well, it was too. I don't know. I never liked the fact that it was like Ravenloft was like this whole like, oh, you can never escape, kind of mentality. If I wanted to play that, I was like, I'll play Call of Cthulhu.
I guess it's the closest thing D&D ever had to horror, right?
Yeah, it's really. I did a few years ago. I did a blog. About like how it's impossible to have horror in a D&D game, just because it's like
nothing's ever scary.
Well, yeah, you're
because you're not going to die.
No, you die if you play it right. But I mean, you're throwing fireballs around and fighting these hideous aberrations. It's just like you live in a world where you have to play in a world. You'd have to you have to actually scare your players. Like you have to make them feel like they don't want to lose their character, and that's tough to do in D&D.
Wow, I've never seen a Critical Role poster. Have you? You seen that?
It's pretty cool.
Wow, how popular did that get?
Yeah, pretty popular.
And this shit, when we were growing up, man, I had to pretend I didn't play. So normal now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's not quite complete, but it's pretty good. Not all the way up to date. But this is a pretty nice book. Put it on your Christmas list.
I see you still got that dirt on your chin there, Forrest.
What are you talking about? This is starting to look solid. Like this looks like a real beard. A real beard.
Real grown-up boy's beard.
Only took me
all right, well, I'm gonna have to look at this closer later.
50 plus days right now. And then I'm gonna be rocking a nice stash next week. Getting a good old stash going, nice dirty stash.
Where is everybody? Nobody.
You guys playing games on Thanksgiving? Everybody's like, well, they saw how dreadful it was at BGG Con. They're like, oh, we're not doing that again.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was.
Is anybody watching on YouTube? I have to load it up.
Oh yeah, we got the 12 viewers. Whatever. We got the Kabukis. We got the Chads. Yeah. Hey. We got the usual gang of.
The misfits and.
Yeah, misanthropes.
Yeah.
So
I played a lot of party games over Thanksgiving. I went to Memphis. My stepsister lives there. Went to Graceland. That was pretty great. It was such simpler times back then.
What do you mean?
The 70s. Graceland is like they've snapshotted it from 1970 whenever Elvis died. 78? When did
Oh, that's what you're talking about last week. I thought you were talking about Dolly World.
Dolly.
No, it's 1977 he died. So they've just snapshotted his mansion in Memphis, and it's called Graceland. And it's open to the public to tour it. And it's pretty cool. It's all like in the original 70s decor. Rug on the ceiling, shag carpet.
Well,
lots of garish colors. There was a in the kitchen. There was carpet like on the floor of the kitchen. Like what?
my parents'
lives here?
house had carpet in
the kitchen.
It was that
Yeah, my house
really,
did.
it was that really short stuff.
Yeah, it's very
You know?
short.
Yeah.
My house had kind of like shaggish carpet in my kitchen when we first moved in, and there was a spot that was black that we found out is where the lady died.
Oh god!
There was a pool of blood that sat there, and
They didn't take that out.
when we moved in.
You bought a house from a dead lady?
No, she was. I bought it from her nephew or nieces.
Wait, did she die violently?
No. She just fell down and bled. I guess she was
What?
like 80 something. She was a hoarder.
She
Wow.
fell down and bled, I guess. She was a hoarder.
I didn't want to know the specific. Actually, I did. You know what? That's a lie. I did want to know the specific details, but my wife did not want to know the specific details from the niece. I was like, yeah, fill me in.
I taught Daniel, who's sleeping over by So Daniel went to Japan for Tokyo Game Market. He flew back home.
Good.
Wait, is
Yeah,
that the same thing as the Tokyo Game Show? Or are they different things?
Yeah, Tokyo Game Market, Tokyo Game shows.
Okay.
Same 6 and 1. How does
Virtually.
the other? He flew back. He landed. He landed last night at like 8 o'clock. No, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock. He went to bed, got up at 6, got on a plane, and flew to Philadelphia.
So he landed, fell asleep.
Got up, and so like
I did that for BGCon or the after Gamma to go on the cruise. I red-eyed it back from Vegas. Woke up 6 hours later. Got on another plane to go to the cruise. It was awesome.
So I taught him Keyforge. I beat him. I am now 9-0 at Keyforge. I should just retire. I should just be done.
Well, aren't you playing with chains now?
Well, I'm just new decks, so it's just like
New decks. You mean you're just so good at figuring out how the decks play?
I think
You're not using the same one.
We are really entering into hallowed ground here as far as my undefeated streaks going. Now only one game other than
Must be
this.
tough.
Well, I don't know. I gotta start getting kind of choosy as far as who I'm going to take on, because I need to protect this. Because I'm still unbeaten in Thunder Alley. So, but I haven't played Thunder Alley in over a year. So, but I got to I think it was 17
You only
and
play
0.
children. You only play children.
I was
I mean,
only 17 and 0. I was 17 and 0 in Thunder
Yes.
Alley, and
that number. I think we need to fact check that.
I'm very, very proud of that number. I think it's yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Memphis. It was awesome. I had really a nice Thanksgiving. It was very pleasant. Played games, went to Graceland, ate a lot of food. All homemade. We went to this place called Gus's in Memphis, which was good. It was like fried chicken, hot chicken.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Does it show 2 of me on there right now?
Yeah. It's double the force, double the fun.
Yeah, my computer couldn't handle uploading a video and doing this. I don't know how to get rid of the other me.
Yeah. Here's $5. Buy a better computer.
I get it one. Yeah, like it's just $5. I get it one of these days.
No. What was I gonna say? No. Daniel. He.
What do I hear about Daniel? Who cares?
No. Just shut up for a second. So Daniel.
Sleeping.
Daniel got this hotel because it's like a 5-minute walk to this ramen, like this, like really, really good ramen restaurant. We went there at 8 tonight. It is so good. It is ridiculous. I mean, it's like, this is like authentic Japanese ramen soup meal. It was, yeah, I was like, just,
Cool.
I'll be eating there.
Hopefully it'll keep you warm inside that cold convention center.
Is it cold?
I don't know.
They don't
So
put
here's
any
the thing.
carpet.
In
They don't put
essence,
any
it's either
carpet on
very
the
hot or
floors.
very cold because those convention centers, they do not turn on the heat or the air every year. So it's either burning hot or freezing cold. It's
So
like
at
no in
PAX,
between.
at PAX they don't carpet the floors.
Oh yeah, it's convention center. You gonna pay that kind of money? You ain't Gen Con money.
They don't got.
They don't charge Gen Con money yet. I mean, come on.
They don't got BGG money.
Yeah, they got BGG money. I'm sure it would cost. I'm just trying to think of how much it would cost to park carpet that place. It would be like 50 G's maybe.
I'd do it for $230.
And a new
don't ask where I get the carpet.
Yeah, that'll get you like a square foot.
No, these just be patches I find out in the trash. Just start collecting them.
Yeah, all that carpet goes right in the trash at the end of the show. That sucks.
Yeah, I've heard from so many people about how like dumpster diving after Gen Con is like huge.
Oh yeah, dude, you find full copies of stuff every year we always like look around for like just the detritus because it's just trashed, right? It's boxes and paper, plastic, dead bodies laying and stuff. I mean, it's really
okay. I mean, I think that would be a really interesting video. How long does it take for everybody to wrap up? It's like a couple hours, right? People want to get the fuck out of there.
It's empty by 5 o'clock.
Oh, I think I'm gonna do a video this next year of last day of Gen Con, what it looks like after the shebang. I think that'd be an interesting video.
And you're talking about Gen Con?
I've been there. It's not that interesting.
Yeah. Well, if nobody else watches, I don't know.
I mean, maybe some people would like it. Time lapse would be good if you can stick a camera up in the corner and do it.
I don't know if I've got the technology for that.
iPhone. You don't have an iPhone?
No, Android.
Oh well, they have it too. Oh no, you know what? I don't think I've got time lapse on mine.
Flip phone.
Oh well.
No, I got an Android.
So I played a bunch of
easy little word games that you always play at conventions.
Just one. I also played Chronicles of Crime twice. A game I'm not sure what to make of that game. I think it's cool, but I think it's also burdensome on the player.
I haven't cracked mine open.
It's part of the game experience.
What do you mean burdensome?
Have you played it yet?
Yeah, I did the Kickstarter video for it.
I just get tired of scanning stuff. Like it's got like one too many prompts to like get out of stuff. You're like, are you sure you want to say? I don't know. It felt like all I'm doing is clicking the damn phone. Like
I do agree.
My brain is working faster than I can get the data.
Yeah, I agree.
Not being said, I really love the game. It's cool.
And the worst is when you have to come back to a mission and there's no good way to you have to just go back through everything you've already done.
Does it have? Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like if you just start a mission. Does it know? Yeah, because I guess there's a timer on it, right? So certain things don't happen until the time ticks by. It'll say like, I need 3 hours to analyze this, or whatever. It'd be like, and you have to wait.
Yeah, unless they fixed it from the prototype, I don't think so.
There's a way to save it, kind of.
I don't think there is.
But I could be wrong. Like, so if you're playing like a long mission, although all the missions I played have been like, we finished it in an hour, maybe an hour and a half. By the way, don't play that with preteens. They do not have the attention span required.
Oh yeah, I've had that issue before. That's never fun.
It was me and my stepsister's daughters. It was like 3 preteens, and they're like, "Give me the phone. Oh, it's my turn. No, it's my turn. Give me the phone." I'm like, "Okay, guys, take it." And then it was just funny how quickly their brains run fast, right? Like they don't absorb the clues, and so I'm kind of like, I have to listen to them because they're reading it too, and they're reading like a mile a minute, right? I can't follow it. And I'm like, read that again, slower, please.
Yeah,
but definitely made me feel old. But I was also the one that figured out the clue that was key to solving the case. So.
Oh, so you beat a bunch of kids, aren't you?
Oh, wait. Are you the only one not allowed to beat kids?
Well, no, you're the one. You're the one who was like,
we had played as a team. We were working together.
Oh, but you seem pretty proud that you were the one.
I'm proud that I found the clue because it was a tricky one.
Out of all the people in board games, I would.
But I have to say,
instead of beating kids,
you need sort of a devious mind for that game to come up with the the motives and like the case. You know, like you have to think of like what could have happened, and they were coming up with some really scary things. I'm like, maybe that could be true, but I don't know. It seems really out there. Anyway, it was fun. I will always remember it.
I played euchre. That's all I got to the table on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I like
game.
euchre.
Nobody knows euchre, man. It's like it's losing its popularity.
Yeah,
Forgotten thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun, but it's good. I would play it, but
Plus,
I would never.
it's got 2 bowers. How could you not like a game with 2 bowers in it?
I will say euchre tournaments are still fun as fuck. I really love euchre tournaments when I can find them every once in a while.
I would just imagine that the level of play is just so high because you just get better at that game by playing it. Like all the situations you can get into, you just start learning it, and playing once a year is not going to cut it for a tournament.
Yeah, my brother-in-law plays it online, and you can tell he plays it online.
Yeah. I've seen his hand before because it's only half the deck, right? It's only like the 9 up.
Yep. 10. Yeah.
9 up. Yeah.
Well, and I think it's like that's why. I mean, it's like kind of like I hate to say, but it's like it's the dumb person's card game. You know, so
it is. Easy. It's the dumb person's bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I hate bridge. Bridge is. I could not. I mean, I spent 2 solid weeks playing it every day, and I just could not. I never felt like I was getting any better.
For me,
in fact, I think I was getting worse.
For me, the one that drove me crazy was the fact that my parents, like, they would have people over all the time, and they'd play Pinochle, like nonstop Pinochle, and I would watch them play, and I couldn't figure out how the game was played. It just didn't make sense.
I still am not sure how Pinochle is played. I have no idea.
And it's just
I've never cared either.
Well, no, and it's like you go through this process where you bid, and you and a partner try to take certain tricks, and this, that, and the other thing. And so, okay, there's stuff going on, right? And then my mother would try to teach me, and I couldn't grasp it. And then she would be like, "Oh, well, your brother was able to figure it out just by watching people play." So I would sit there by the kitchen table, and I would just sit there and watch them play. I watched them play for an hour or more, and I would have no goddamn clue what they were doing. No idea. And I finally just gave up. You know, one of the like the funniest things, and this is, you know, you don't know the people totally involved, but I do remember, like, there was we were sitting there, we were playing poker one night, and I had someplace I wanted to go or whatever, so I cashed out, and so we were down to 6. We were playing 6-handed, and I wanted to go home or whatever, and I cashed out, and I was like, okay, and then I left my buddy Matt there, and so Matt was there, and then there was other 4 guys, and the other 4 guys decided they wanted to play Pinochle, and they just said, "Oh, let's go ahead and play," and they're like, and Matt was just like, you know, he was like incensed because they stopped playing poker, and he hated Pinochle. Well, you can't play Pinochle with an odd number anyway. You got to play it 4-handed. And he just thought, he was like, what a. He's like, I remember he like called me the next day. He wanted to like murder our group of friends. It's just like, it was like the one kid where it's like, well, you don't get to play with us. You need to leave now. And it was just. Just like a total like grade school thing you do, you know, like when you like knock the one kid out or whatever, and not let him play football with you or whatever it is you're doing. But yeah, grown men, like a 40-year-old man, just wanting to murder his friends because he was basically being thrown out of the card game.
We also played Disney Codenames, which I initially was not happy. It was not fun until maybe 3 games in.
I played.
It's weirdly hard with the pictures.
Yes, I played. I played the Harry Potter Codenames.
Oh, how was that?
Family.
Codenames Duet, right?
Well, okay, so it's meant to be played
regular.
You can play regular. It's meant to be played 2-player, and you're playing like cooperatively. And
really?
It's duet.
Yeah, and so you're basically, you have a mission. like there's a mission you get, and then and there's these little. It's tough to explain, but basically it's almost like you get a pad of paper, like a Yahtzee pad, basically. And so it's like you play a game and you have to achieve a certain score, and then you get past that part of the mission. Then you go on to the next part, and go to the next part. You can play it just like normal Codenames if you want to, And
have you played Codenames Duet?
I have not. I'm not a big Codename. I mean,
it is Codenames.
That is awesome.
Oh yeah, it's great. Super
so
good.
It's got to be the same, right? Because you're basically. Is it the same card where there's three assassins on each side?
Think
it
so.
Sounds very similar.
Yeah.
I don't remember offhand. All I remember is we were having fun, and it was like one of those things where, it was fun to stare at the pictures and try to figure out. But there was a lot of things where I was just like, I don't even know what this is.
Exactly. Just you have to know all the Disney movies, because they're reaching the entire catalog. I mean, all the Pixar. Black Cauldron. I knew Black Cauldron, but I mean, all the Pixar movies, really obscure characters from all the Pixar movies. I don't know. And so all it turned out to be was because it's hard to get an overlap unless the characters are from the same movie and they're on your card. It's very hard to get 2 hits, right? I mean, we were doing it eventually, but it was always just one clue, which was fun because it was just family stuff. But eventually I was just like, man, I wish I could. The cool thing about Codenames is come up with a clue that gives you 3 or 4 hits, right? Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It was fine, and my son was having fun. I mean, that's for me. It was like, okay.
That's what
I personally was like, yeah, this isn't really all that much fun. But I was like, all right, I'll sit here and I'll get through this, and it's fine. It's fine. As I end up saying a lot lately. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just play. Let's go.
You're just playing games, Got to be thankful for that. Could be worse.
It could be worse.
Could be standing out there in the freezing cold. No food. Get tear gassed.
I thought you were going to talk about Black Friday there.
Oh yeah, well that's it. Didn't they use tear gas at the Black Fridays these days?
Did you guys see the guy that dressed up in a bear costume?
Yes, and just started attacking. He just started attacking people's. Yeah, that was good.
That guy wins this year.
He just
wins the year.
Just shows up and just starts ripping things apart.
Bet that guy was high.
You think? You think alcohol played a factor? Maybe?
I felt like Black Friday and Cyber Monday were like nothing this year to me. I normally do buy stuff. We'll stay online and kind of look for stuff, but this year I bought one thing.
I bought socks,
and it was for BGG. It was the camera stuff.
I looked around for some stuff, but I literally did not find anything. I kind of, there was a couple of things where I was like, oh, I can buy that. And then I was like, the only reason I'm buying this is just to buy it because it's Cyber Monday. I was like, I don't need this. This is nothing I want, just I'm out.
Something's on sale.
Yeah. Which I'm sure works
I'm sure that works for people. I think works for me.
But I was just no, I'm out.
Multiple Yeti microphones sitting around here because I bought them because they're on sale. I'm like, maybe someday I'll figure out a use for it or give it to somebody.
Yeah, what was it? I mean, it was if Target stores, right? They have that cartwheel app, which if you shop at Target and you don't download the cartwheel app, you're a moron.
Yeah, my wife talks it up all
the time. I'm a moron. What is it?
Well, no. So just go on, and you just have a Target.com account, and it's cartwheel, and it's just it automatically saves you money on almost every single time that you walk up to the counter. It's just there's something Yeah, it's like having a Target Red card. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get it done and get it made for you, but every time you go, then it's just 5% off. The Red card, no, but Cartwheel app is. Just type in. Yeah. So, and I think they're still doing it. Like every day, there's a
So
different.
it's just a free discount.
Yeah, but so
Do
like
they scan you too?
well, you have to
Well,
get
they've got your account. Yeah, yeah. So.
yeah. So like 5 or 6 days ago, my son is just all about Nerf guns right now. He just loves playing. He and I set up like his Imaginext like superheroes, and we shoot him with the Nerf guns and stuff, and he's just all about it. He's just having a blast with them. Well, it was just like every day there was a different deal on something. Like there was, there was like buy one get 50% off PS4 games the other day. It was just like so they're
I am thinking about buying a PS4, another one,
so
so I can get hacked again.
So
I want a PS4 Pro.
So the other thing is that so they had the thing where it was like 50% off all Nerf guns. And my wife told me, I was like, I drove out there and I was just like, fine, like bought 3 of the most expensive Nerf. It's not they're normal price in the shelf, but I walked up and used the cartwheel app and they're 50% off. It was just like there, done. It's just like
Done.
This is something. Yeah, my son's getting a giant shotgun, a giant this giant like sniper rifle one that he wanted. Instead of being $60, it was 30. I was like, yeah, done and done. Let's just move it on.
Yeah, that's cool. It's fun.
Yeah, but I don't normally. I remember I used to camp out. Like when it was a big deal to like go and buy a TV, or like it was like a big deal to buy like computer equipment or stuff like that. I used to on Thanksgiving Day, I used to go and get in line at Best Buy, and I was like the first in line, like several years in a row, just getting there early and just setting up shop. Got my lawn chair, got my sleeping bag, I would just sit there. I'd stand in line, and I remember I was just like, that last time I did that was like 8-9 years ago. I was just like, this is dumb. It's like I would rather just stay at home and spend the extra $150 for the TV.
Me and my son were out last year. I took him to Walmart, but we're very fortunate. We have a Walmart in a super duper low income area, and it's like night and day compared to your typical Walmart. Like you pretty much can go the next day and get a lot of the doorbusters. But we went and got a 65-inch TV last year. But that's pretty much the only thing I do it for now is TVs.
But yeah, it's just like, who needs it? Yes, a 65-inch TV is cool and all, and I don't take anything away from that. But it's like, well, how much that TV cost you? Like $500, $400?
I think it was $350. It was cheap.
Okay, and it still probably works just fine for you right now, right?
Yeah, probably about 3 years.
Yeah, so but as far as like the TVs go, I don't know. It's just I've always thought that like
it's so amazing to me that TVs are so cheap now.
Yes.
Like I bought a $5,000 Sony rear projection 60-inch TV in the 90s.
One of those big honkers?
A big giant 200-pound beast. And we were fucking in hog heaven, man. It was movie night every night. But now it's like 60-inch rear projection. Yeah, hard to move. Not HD or nothing.
That was always a deal breaker for me. If somebody wanted help moving, I'd be like, how big is your TV? Like that.
Yeah. No, but it was on wheels though, so it was not a big deal to move it. But that was $5,000 in the 90s.
I paid I think $1,100, but we were 2005 for my big TV. That was when flat screen was really starting to pick up.
Yeah,
and now it's like $100 for like a 32-inch like HD 4K. It's like, what the fuck?
I remember when my wife and I bought our house or built our house, like we had a little bit of money left over and we treated ourselves to a 50-inch plasma that I think ran us like $1,000. And I still have that 50-inch plasma. It's still a really good TV.
Does it whine or anything?
No.
Mine started whining and I just tossed it.
I fixed mine when I got the line. I actually went in there and we fixed it.
It's cheaper to throw away a TV and buy a new one because all the effort you have to go through to get it fucking fixed.
I think I told this.
Like if your time is worth money, which all of our time is worth money, right?
Mm-hmm.
To go spend hours taking a TV to a store to get it fixed, whereas you just buy a new one for $350. Like, okay, well, I knew it.
Disposable, man.
I mean, I hate the fact that we're in the society, this throwaway society.
Yeah.
That it's cheaper and easier to throw shit away and buy a new one than it is to get stuff fixed.
I remember
Where to take it. Go ahead.
No, I bought like a 46 or a 48-inch TV for our living room. It's a TV that gets used more than anything, and I think I told this story, but the thing started like fritzing out and just like it wasn't working right and had all these problems. And like I remember I got it at Sam's Club and I called them up, and they were like, "Oh, you like." It's like you bought it like after like a certain amount of time. We can't do it. You have to call the manufacturer. And I was like, fine, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll call the manufacturer. And the biggest thing is I never gave him my name or anything like that. I was just like, I wasn't gonna like say, oh yeah, this is my address, this is my name. So when I come in, you'll remember it's me, and you won't let me return it. So
because you were trying to shyster him.
Well, no, I wasn't trying to shyster him, but I wasn't gonna tell me it's like, oh, you can't return it, because it's like I'll put it in the box and I'll say, yeah, I got this as a gift like 3 months ago. You give them some other line and they're just gonna go, okay, fine, whatever. They're just gonna be like, we'll take it. We can't give you money. We'll give you store credit. Fine, done. I'll get another TV. You're just like, I can play the game. But so then I called the manufacturer and they're just like, oh, it's like the guy on the phone was like, yeah, you're like a week past like the warranty on it. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's just like, yeah. But I had this guy, but I mean, he and I were just bullshitting on the phone and talking about this. And I was like, what can I do? And he's like, well, you can take it to it's most likely, like he said, those TVs, they sometimes will get bad like motherboards on them. So it's like you need to take it to like a place that they'll get the replacement part and they can just put it in there for you. And I was like, what's that going to run me? And so I get the guy on the phone and we were just sitting there talking and we were joking around and BSing. And he's like, okay, so he's like, the part will cost you $70. And I found a place in town that can fix it for you. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's just do this. Whatever. It sucks, but that's the way ball bounces. And the guy was like, he's like, you seem like a really nice guy. Yeah. Oh, I'll just replace it. Don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, wow. Since I like just sat
Do you think those guys like just give you a line until they decide if they like you? Like, how can you get away with basically stealing, right? Like, if it reports up the chain, right, he's writing off whatever hundreds of dollars. Anyway, I think it's all crock.
No, but I remember the next day, some guy drove. He's like, I can't give you a new TV, but I'll have a guy come to your house tomorrow, and I'll have him fix the TV. Then the next day, some guy showed up, just some like totally random guy, like he showed up at my door, like didn't have like the whole Geek Buzz or whatever T-shirt on or whatever. He just was some whatever, he didn't have some fix-it. Yeah, Geek Sweat. He was just some like random college student looking guy driving a really shitty Escort. And he pulled up and he had this box with him and a screwdriver. And he's like, hey, you got the bad TV? He just unscrewed the whole thing, plugged the old one, plugged the new one in, turn it on. Worked great. So,
I've never had anything go that well for like repairs or stuff. I mean, it's
you're thoroughly unlikable. I mean...
Lance, you're the best.
I'm sorry. No, I don't know. I don't know. I've always
God, I have a response to you, but I can't say it. Anyway, hey, have you heard about this Sam to go?
No, you're that guy. You're that guy.
Have you heard of Sam's to go?
No, I'm not gonna. No, you're not.
Had this Walmart. I'm not.
Type it. Type it to me.
No, I'm not going to.
Why?
It's already out of my mind. I already lost it.
Oh, whatever.
Let's
see if I am.
We had a Walmart shopping store. The Walmart grocery stores. Did you guys have those? The neighborhood shopper or something? I can't remember.
Walmart grocery stores?
Yeah. They had like a name, like neighborhood grocer or something like that. Well, I used to like going there because it had all the major grocery brands, right? Because everything around
that's a copy of Battle Ball behind you.
Whole
Forest.
Great game. Yeah.
Battle Ball's great. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Great components too. Really cool components.
That game's not good.
You don't know. Well, what do you know?
If you're
I
if
mean,
you're
I played it
13 or
once.
14,
Yeah,
it's great.
exactly. If you're 13 or 14, it's great.
It is
And it had
completely
really
random.
cool. It had cool minis. Yeah. So, killer minis. So they had this Walmart shopping store. They shut it down because it was annoying because it's like it was the only real grocery store. What do you say, American style grocery store around us, right? Where you could just get cornflakes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. So they closed it down and they opened this thing called Sam's to Go. And from what I understand, is you cannot go in the store. You have to order on an app and then you go pick it up in an hour. That's the concept. You ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah. Sam's Club.
Sounds made up.
Club Pickup is it's called. Club Pickup. Something like Sam's Club. I don't know.
So we had a Sam's Club open up in Moorhead, and there was one in Fargo, North Dakota, and Moorhead, Minnesota is the town right next to. We had a Sam's Club open up in Moorhead, Minnesota. It was like the best Sam's ever. And then of course, like a year later, they shut it down. And it's just like you built this giant building. And it's sitting there just vacant, this giant building. It's just like, and it's big giant signs on every side of it saying for sale or lease. You know, it's like who's going to move into a giant Sam's Club building other than Costco?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I just read an article about it. You basically walk in and you scan everything on your app and then you just leave.
Huh.
I guess that's it, right?
That's interesting.
Self-checkout, yeah. So it's super light, understaffed. It's just, a small Sam's Club.
Well, it's like Forrest says, we're all
1 to 2,000 items.
Nobody's going to have jobs in the future.
Exactly. I agree with him.
No, Lance is being sarcastic.
You'll just get money handed to you to buy stuff, and it's a self-perpetuating cycle. It's just like you never have to put anything into it.
And if we ever run low on money, we'll just print more.
Yeah, of course, it just works.
That is actually, unfortunately, too true as well.
Like you just lop a zero off everything.
Yeah, there you go.
They do that in Mexico, right? Lop a couple zeros off everything.
I love Mexico. I do. I love the shit out of Mexico. I've been in many years, but
I've got too many bad stories coming out of Mexico, unfortunately.
I can remember being in Mexico and like I remember getting cheap Mexican beer was like something that was really nice. Like I remember like I was at a resort where if I got a beer there, it was like $4. But if you walked out the front door and walked like across the street, you could buy a Tecate, which is like a really good Mexican beer. And each one cost you like 90 cents. And I was just like, why am I drinking at this stupid resort? I can just go pound this crap over here. Yeah. And then those little kids running around selling the chiclets gum wherever you go.
Those chiclet gums suck.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
they lose their flavor too fast.
Yeah, you take 1 bite, 2 bites. Oh, it's done. Let's spit it out. Like, okay.
Why do you think the ground is covered in chiclet gum everywhere you go?
Yep.
And the Coca-Cola tastes better there than anywhere.
I don't think I've ever had one of those Mexican Cokes.
Really?
They sell them here all the time.
Yeah. Pure cane sugar, baby.
Pure cane sugar.
It's good stuff.
There's a great taco place near me called Come Taco that has
pure cane sugar.
Street tacos with the
Pure cane sugar
with the
tacos.
Mexican Coke. And we're going to Fuel City Tacos, by the way, when you guys come in. It's real close to the hotel. Now, it's a bit of a questionable.
Like a year from now, the place won't even be open.
Oh, it'll be open. It's been open long. It's like one of the longest running taco stands in Dallas.
I'm still working on my boss, trying to convince him that we got to go to BGG Spring.
Just go as one person and be like, yeah, here. I mean,
it cost me money then.
Split it with him. I would do that as a boss.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell them you'll pay for half and they'll pay for half.
Yeah.
You just said you'd do it.
By the way, I need to talk to you. Well, whatever. I'll talk about it later.
What?
Nothing. It's not. I don't want to air it on the air.
Well, just tell me.
It's something about business. No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to say it. It's
What
not.
did-
It's nothing. It's
What
just
did we
dumb.
screw up? What did we make? a
No.
mistake?
It's. I think one hand does not know what the other hand is doing, as far as like paying bills. Sorry,
Like-
I'll talk to you about it later. It doesn't really have anything to do with you. It's no big deal. It should go through chat anyway. Sorry, I brought it up.
Oh my gosh, what do I need to take care of? Just tell me.
Nothing. Zero.
This is-
It's not a problem.
Okay, if you say so.
Sounds like an argument with me and my wife right now. It's not a big deal.
He dragged it out of me. It popped in my head for some reason because we're talking about Tasty Minstrel, and then basically I'm like, oh yeah, I need to talk to Tasty Minstrel about this thing,
Is it
which
about
is really not a problem.
Is it
but
about
it's a
the
thing.
ads? Is it about the ads?
No, it's nothing.
It's
Here,
about the Orleans pieces.
Is
I'm
it
gonna put
is
it in
it
chat.
is it about like the BGG con or something?
Yeah.
There
Why
was
are
a
you-
gallon of lemonade that went missing.
You figured it out, Warris. That's it. The lemonade, the mystery of the tepid lemonade.
So while you're typing, I saw a movie this weekend. Well, on
Oh.
Movie Pass, no less. Instant Family is very funny, and you will cry. I teared up like 8 or 9, 10 times. Everybody in the theater was tearing up.
I can't do it.
But it was comedy. It was really
Oh,
weird.
it's
It was just
comedy.
jarring. Like it was like hardcore comedy, like gut busting comedy mixed with like tearing up.
What movie is this? Debbie Does Dallas?
Instant Family with Mark Wahlberg. It's based on a true story about this couple that adopt these 3 kids, and it feels almost like a giant advertisement for adoption, but it's like a really good comedy and a really good dramedy. Me and my wife really liked it a lot.
Oh, it's what's his name?
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh no, you know what? I thought it was because I saw his wife. The guy's wife is in it. God, what's his name? Oh no, that's different. That's somebody else I'm thinking of.
Really good. Either way, liked it a lot. Very funny. Very tearjerker. You got kids, you're gonna cry. You don't have kids. I don't know if you'll cry or not.
But Stone Cold, heartless
It's
man
still-
without kids. Judd Apatow is what I was thinking, but it's not Judd Apatow.
No. It was funny though. Like,
Who I've
My
not
wife
seen
wanted to see
any of
it.
his movies.
plus that was the only choice Movie Pass gave us. God,
Yeah, I've not seen any of his movies.
that service is so shady now. My wife goes month to month, and she has more movies listed than I do. Like I went there. I went there with my wife's phone and my phone and both cards, and I bought her ticket, and then I logged onto my app, and it was not there. It was gone. So I'm pretty sure they're like,
one.
yeah, it was. But they don't give a shit if I cancel because they already got my money. Whereas if she cancels, they lose the chance of automatically, 3 months from now, getting her money again. So I'm pretty sure they're like doing that. And so I had to do this thing where I was like, all right, hey, I went to like a chat message thing. It ended up taking an hour and 20 minutes, but then they manually gave me a ticket. Went online, and apparently a lot of people, they won't do that. But I'm thinking they did it because they didn't want my wife to cancel because they asked for all of her information. Like, it is a fucking shit show at Movie Pass right now. That ship is sinking so hard. But we still got to see a movie for free. Well, for almost free.
I hate the theater experience so much that it's just I can't.
I'm
See.
over it.
Really? What do you hate about it?
Let me put my finger on
People.
it. Yeah, that's exactly other people who live in their own fucking world and like have no
Oh.
common sense or any sense of anyone around them.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Yeah.
not like it used to be. The old days, man.
There's nothing you can really do about the people, though. I agree with
I'm a
that.
non-confrontational person. I don't yell at people like in theaters and stuff, but I want to.
I've only done it a couple times, and I was like a real chicken about it. I'd be like, "Keep it down," but like kind of through my voice.
Yeah, good job. Like deep in it and like throw it off to the side. Good job. Like they can't pinpoint it. Is that behind me? Is that in front of me?
I'm the same way though. Like there was actually at that movie there were people in our seats, and I was just like, "Hey man,
these are reserved seats.
yeah, it was
yeah,
reserved
but-
seats," and I was just like, "Hey man, I think these are seats." And like he like fumbled for the ticket, and I was just like, I actually was really cool about it. I was like, I do this shit all the time. I movie hop all the time. At least not a big deal. Like just get the fuck out of our seats.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Well, because I mean, if you're waiting like 15 minutes, you don't just want to fucking sit in the bathroom. You go sit in a movie that you don't think somebody's gonna sit. Then you go to your movie.
Huh.
So I am convinced at this point, and not to change the subject dramatically, but you made me think of something. Well, I don't know. You like the whole something triggers in your head, and you're like, wait a minute, I am convinced, almost convinced right now, that I am not going to see my Ultimate game tables. Like it'll be Gen Con next year, and I still won't have them.
But out of curiosity, is there anything you need to do to babysit these things, or I'm just kind of like I let mine go? Like I made my order, and like I have not contacted anybody or anything about it.
Ultimate game tables. Can we get some? Who's that?
Who's in charge of that? Is that Anthony? Where's Anthony when you need him?
You know, Anthony. I think Anthony. I mean, I can't speak for Anthony, but I think Anthony has. I think Anthony has kind of wiped his hands free of them.
Clean his hands.
Wash
my hands of this.
Well, it's if you go, like, nobody knows what's going on. I mean, like, literally. Exactly.
That's what I figured. Like, if I start worrying about this stuff and tracking it down, I know I'm not going to get any answer.
So,
why waste my time?
Not to go into. So, what did you get from Ultimate Game Tables? What did you order from them?
Whatever the top of the thing was, top line, whatever.
Okay.
All the add-ons, all that stuff. Everything.
So it's serious. So it's like, well, one of the big things is one of the add-ons or whatever. Like they decided they weren't even going to do it, and so they gave you credit for it. And you had to pick other things. So
let me tell you what I got. Yeah, see, I don't read anything.
Well, of course you don't. But
yeah,
so
why would I?
So November 4th
make me happy, not vice versa.
Yeah, November 4th. November 4th. We've hired even more customer service people. Please welcome David and Chris, and we're using our ticketing system. If you have emailed us and not gotten an answer in a week, please resend the email to support@woodenbot.com. Now we've got the folks to handle the communications influx, and we'll get you to your request as soon as possible. Do not leave customer service inquiries on this forum. It won't be answered. If you got an issue, please email support@woodrobot. That creates a ticket, or woodenbot.com. That creates a ticket. It may seem counterintuitive, but emailing every single person in the company makes it less likely you'll get your question answered because everyone assumes someone else will handle it. But when you email support, it creates a traceable ticket, and the ticket must be assigned to a person, creating accountability. If you're awaiting a replacement part, there's a good chance they're arriving on tomorrow's container and will be ready to ship in 1 to 2 weeks. We discovered an error in our fulfillment company system that showed people as having fulfilled orders when in fact they were in holding. We are going through and manually pushing these orders forward. Regards, Mel. That is November 4th. Now you go into like the actual comments, and people are just like, I have emailed you 7 times over the last 7 weeks. You haven't responded to a single one. It's just, you know. All I know is I have my my email, my last email that I got from them. I mean, I've sent them a couple emails trying to determine something, but I have an order email for order number 1924, and it has everything that I have listed, you know, for what I'm supposed to get. And I mean, I filled it out in person at Gen Con with the person, and it's like,
all right, let me tell you.
I have it, and they're just in it, but I have emailed them like 2 or 3 other times. I'm like, I need to know if you're going to do this. I need to no response, nothing.
It's really bad. So I ordered the 4.6 basic table of Ultimate Gaming with no legs, and then I got a black table leg set, standard height, with Cthulhu 18-piece deco set, black deco on red background.
So which level?
And then a tabletop cover. I don't know. I all I'm looking at is my pledge manager thing.
So you should have gotten yours already.
I've gotten nothing.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, and I got a tall set of legs too, because I wanted to maybe swap it out and maybe bring it to BGG Con or something and put it out, like so it'd be table like tall. I don't know.
No, I get you.
I got nothing. I mean, Pledge Manager is great, except when you want to like ask about a question. Like I don't know what to do now. Like, where do I go for help about this? The wood robot? I don't know.
Yeah, just it wouldn't.
By the way, I don't have any emails from them since that Pledge Manager. Like, I think. Let me double check though. Nope. Oh wait, I got my confirmation and the receipt.
Yeah.
And I can make changes if I want, but that's it. I've got like 5 emails from them total. Pledge Manager is ready. Pledge Manager is ready. Pledge Manager is ready. Anyway.
Yeah, I sent them an email. I sent an email like 8 days ago. Still haven't heard anything back.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no way to status update anything. Like, how do you? Yeah, I mean,
and people are losing their goddamn.
It's $1,000 item, right? Like, if you go out all out like I did, I spent $1,000, and it's like, okay, well, that's a significant amount of money for a Kickstarter. I would like a little bit of update. I don't need handhold. I don't need to be like, oh, it's gonna be. I don't need all that. I just mean maybe they'll be like, hey, your thing's in process. Hey, it's shipping. Hey, it's whatever. It's in queue. Yeah, whatever. Something. And they jumped into this full force with no plan to handle any problems, right? Because it sounds like it's a real fucking cluster.
So here's the thing. It's like,
I mean, I don't care, right? Because I'm not a high maintenance customer.
But you want your stuff.
But I want my table. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not a problem until like I see the years go by and I don't have it.
No.
When was their shipping estimates stuff for all this stuff?
Well, it's just progressively gotten worse and worse. I was told at Gen Con in August, they're like they were going to send me all my stuff, but I saw the Warhammer tables. And I was just like,
are awesome.
I was like, these look really cool. And they're like, we can switch those for you. And I was like, yeah, but when will I get them? And they're like, oh, well, they're going to be out in November. And I was like, oh, well, sweet. Let's do that then. That'll give me a little more time to like clean up my family room and make some space for the table.
It's like no one's prepared to be successful in this industry. You know what I mean? Doesn't it seem that way? Like, oh my God, we're so successful, but we can't handle. It's like it's just so weird. Everybody's just like, I'm barely gonna, not prepared, and
yeah. So it was like, and then here's a comment from like an Amy Baldwin. First, I was told I would get all my accessories minus back-ordered cup holders, but that shipment was also missing my 2x4 tops and a clear top and GM screen. So I measured them. Was told GM screen was back-ordered, but I would be getting a tracking number for the tops and clear cover any day. Today I received my cup holders. Still no sign of 2x4 tops, clear cover, or GM screen. This particularly ticks me off after yesterday's email. They're stopping production on the 2x4 tables. I was backer 81. I spent over $3,000 on multiple tables and accessories. The 2x4 was the first to arrive, and yet it is still not complete. But every day, Facebook shows me ads for the tables of Ultimate Gaming.
Yeah, like I went to their website. It looks like you can put an order in.
Oh, yeah. Which that's what worries me is that
taking money to pay Peter to pay Paul. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, hold on. Let me mute myself here. I'm gonna cough like crazy. Yeah, that's scary about these kind of companies. I mean, I don't know. You know what? You never know what's going. It might be all great.
Yeah, it might be completely fine.
Yeah, now that I see the friggin' Warhammer table, I want that. Can I cancel my current one since I don't have it and buy the Warhammer one?
Your best bet.
It's only a couple $100 more.
Your best bet, honestly, would be which one? Like the Warhammer Imperium table looks.
Oh my God, that's awesome! I totally want that.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, the table I'm making is basically almost like that, except it's Cthulhu shit.
Ooh, we talking about making tables? That's what I did.
We're not talking about sex first, Jesus.
No, my table. I've had 10 people at my table before.
Yeah, we're still not talking about.
Probably the only difference between this table and mine is the legs, the leg inserts, right? It's all modular anyway, so I could just buy those and like swap them out probably.
So because like, and admittedly, like I said, they gave me a deal, so I ended up only paying for half my stuff. But yeah, so it was like, I got the Warhammer 40K Special Edition Imperium Collection, 2 of them. What? And then like, oh yeah,
2. What do you need 2 for?
because I want to put
simultaneously.
Yeah, so because I want to put them together and make a giant 8x6 table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then two sets of the table covers.
Pre-order now for January and February shipments. So I should have my shit by now.
You should,
since I ordered it on Kickstarter.
Yes,
which was like a year ago, or
yes.
not that long ago, but
it's a year.
Let me look at the date. I can tell you.
You see that now Kickstarter actually lists the date of fulfillment on the main page. If it's something now.
I was supposed to have estimated delivery January 2018. Should I just write them and said, hey, I was just checking through my old Kickstarters. It says January 2018 as the time ticks away, and see what they say.
Well, sure, but you're not going to get a response.
Oh, well, it says I get a ticket now. I got a ticket.
Well, yeah, I have yet to get.
I hate being Aldi the consumer because I could be like a real asshole, but I don't really care in the end, honestly. Like, if the table shows up someday, it'll show up.
I mean, like, it's just September 28th, 2017 is when they finalized. I mean, this is spiraling out of control is what's happening here.
Maybe I should just drop them a line. See what's. Can I get a status update for my order? Should I even tell them anything? Like, here's my name. Like, that's all.
You give them your order number, I suppose, or something.
Off Pledge Manager.
Yeah. They're probably like, "Holy crap, we didn't get this done, guys."
They don't know who I am. No, dude, nobody knows who I am.
Well,
don't fool yourself.
If you said,
all right, order status update. Order number.
And to those of you who think I'm trying to be negative, I'm not. I mean, I want the people to be successful. I want them to.
If they were successful, be great. If anybody could just get a table dropped to them like that quick. That's what Berkey wants to be, you know.
I mean, it's just like I said, it's definitely, a worriment. It
is just weird how nobody wants to be successful in this business. There's so many of these stories.
Well, but here's the deal. So, like, let's just think. Let's just think. Both all of us here. Let's put our heads together.
Hold on. So, let me get my email fired off, and then I need a drink, and then I'll come back. Give me what you're thinking. I'll think about it. Wow. Wait, what's the customer service email? I closed the window.
Yeah, it's support. Here, I'll pull it up here. Hold on.
At Woodbot.
No, it's Woodenbot, I think. Hold on here. Email support@woodenbot.com. So WOODENBOT.com.
Should I pray? Sign it, Sincerely, Scott Alden, owner. No.
You should. No. If you say, why not?
Man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I know you have in the past. I mean, this is definitely one of those things.
There we go.
You should. Well, if you said Aldi at Board Game,
yeah, but I have to use my Kickstarter email address.
Yeah, I mean, just say it's like I run Board Game. I wanted to take this table to.
I did. I wanted a BGG con.
Oh yeah, I bet if you would have said that, they would have had that shit to you lickety split. Yeah, we want this up at BGG con so we can show it all.
People be like, "Holy crap! Get him his money." But here's the deal: if they partnered up,
we couldn't even get our free copies of Teotihuacan sent to us.
I couldn't believe it. I actually saw that Common Ground Games or whatever it was, or Common House Games, whatever. Yeah, they had copies of that Devil Pig Warhammer game there.
Yeah, that's out in retail. I've seen that everywhere. I pre-ordered it online. I haven't gotten it yet, so I'm guessing it's not online yet. It's coming. I saw 50 copies at Madness. It's there. It's huge. All right, let me get a drink. I'll be right back.
How's life?
Good. Very good. Christmas coming up. I mean, wife's getting a bonus on her checks. So that's nice. But, yeah. Good. Got to get the car fixed.
What's wrong with the van? Oh.
Run.
No.
We thought it was cosmetic, but it's looking like it actually did something to it, so we got to get it taken care of. But other than that, can't complain. Everybody's healthy.
Yeah.
Job's easy.
I'm working right now.
You are.
Man, I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2, though.
Yeah, it's on my Christmas list. I was gonna get that or Fallout 76, and I missed on that one. I missed on that one hard.
So way better. Oh.
Yeah, I've tried to play that twice since last week, and it's just I'll level up. I'll do one level up, but it's just no. I just can't get into it at all.
If there was any game I wish I could get a refund for, I bought it through Greek Man Gaming, so I think I'm not allowed to get a refund on. I don't know, have to see.
One second.
It's the Steam key.
Yeah,
Man, that game is a pile. I feel really bad for those developers though. They got hammered. Wow,
they
it's bad.
should get hammered. I
don't understand why they thought that would. They must have been drinking some of their own Kool-Aid or something. I don't know. I can see how you go down that path though. I've been in it. Where you think your shit don't stink. I mean, it's like it's hard to get out of that mindset as a developer.
My buddy's played it. And he's up to like levels 50 or 60 now, and he really likes it. And like, I'll get on, and he'll be like, "Hey, you want to play this?" I'll be like, I guess. And I'll play for like 30 minutes, level up, and be like, I'm done. Like, I see no point in continuing forward.
Yeah. I put an hour. I put about an hour and a half into it. I'm like, what am I supposed? Like, first of all, it's very unclear what to do. I don't like games hand-holding me, but that game, they don't even have any. It's bad. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's. I saw where I was supposed to go, and it's like, okay, well, I went there, and yeah, okay, I built a camp, and I was supposed to build a base. Like, what? Anyway, Fallout. Lost track of what made Fallout cool. I'm gonna have to go back and play Fallout Vegas. I never played it.
Oh, you can get past the bugs. It is.
Yeah, the bugs are worrisome. Although the PC version, they may have patched it.
Oh, I'm on Reddit right now, and apparently the shit show continues as the $200 collection edition was supposed to come with a really nice nylon bag, and instead they got like this really shitty nylon. Or no, it's supposed to come with like this really nice canvas bag, but it was too expensive, so it just comes with a nylon bag.
Mm.
And they are pretty much just telling everybody to fuck themselves. We're not fixing anything. Yikes!
It's hard to be a company in the 21st century, man. Because you get an instantaneous feedback of how much you suck. I mean, I ran into one the other day somehow in Facebook, and I'm just like, oh man, I suck. So I went through a little bit depressive hour, and then took a break, came back, started working again.
Yep. All right, so let's put ourselves in charge for Tables of Ultimate Gaming.
Enough of your problems,
Wait, now we're gonna prove to you what's already wrong with the internet by doing what we just complained about on the internet.
Right? No. People have gotten their tables. Some people have, and they very much said these are really, really good.
Okay.
But where do you think? I mean, is it like a shipping thing you think they went wrong with? Like they didn't expect it to like.
It's always shipping, right? I mean, that's a big problem.
Let me see. What's the name of the Kickstarter? Ultimate Gaming. Table of Ultimate Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Table of Ultimate Gaming, the ultimate game table. Not redundant at all. Redundantly redundant.
The part that kind of
based on their Kickstarters.
They raised $1.237 million by 1,457 backers. So I would assume that's 1,457 tables.
The part that kind of drives me crazy.
How much were they asking for? Does it show
the minimum buy-in was like $500, as I recall.
Yeah, but how much were they asking for? I feel like that could be really telling.
The they don't put that down anymore. They don't show that.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe let's. You could probably go to what's it called? Kick Track.
Kick Track. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
I'll get it for you.
I don't know if my computer can handle that. I got 4 windows open.
Need to get some memory cards.
If I knew how to do any of that, I could easily, I'm sure, swap some out. I have no clue how to swap shit out. I need to find a buddy of mine who knows how to do that.
Or a YouTube video.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Is that still a thing?
25,000. 25,000. So they wanted to sell, what is that? 50 tables.
And they ended up selling 1,457 backers.
Oh no, they wanted to sell 500 tables. Sorry, wait, did I do the math? No, they wanted 25,000.
So they were expecting
50 tables.
50 tables, and
got
instead
probably 1,400. They got 300%.
I'm gonna guess that's the issue then. I mean, that's just like you're expected to sell. Like if you're asking for 50, maybe you're hoping you can sell 500, but to hit 1,400, I bet that's probably the main issue. They just were not prepared for how much.
No, it's a 30x. Yeah, 30 time increase.
Well,
So
because they showed videos of them going to the production facility, and they showed like actually the laser cut, like the pieces of the table being like, because they were like just basically being cut by a laser, each little like piece.
Jesus Christ, that's a nice table.
So they actually like, I mean, here's the thing: the table's pretty basic, and then you have these modular things they slap on the front and the legs and the sides.
Yeah, the attachments and stuff. That's
right?
really cool.
That makes it look cool. It goes from a very basic, decent looking table to a really cool table with all the little decorations.
So it has the legs or whatever have these magnets that you just attach the little pieces to. They have there's each leg has a basically like you can plug the like each leg will have a place where you can plug in a laptop or you can plug in your phone, so you can charge your phone or whatever when it's there. I mean, they didn't go completely overboard with it, but they did a pretty good job as far as like making a high-end table for like
it looked good. I saw it up close at Gen Con.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I think that once everybody gets their table, everybody's going to be very, very happy. It's just that everybody has been kind of waiting. And like, what's the one thing that sucks the most is that when you send out an email and you're like, hey, where's my stuff? And then you don't get a response. It's like,
yeah, communication is always like the most important thing, and they never do it.
I don't know. It's unfortunate. I sincerely hope everybody gets their stuff. And it like you said, it's a big difference between like this is a big difference between like, oh, I backed this game for $40 and I didn't get it.
No, it's $1,000. Especially if you start adding on. I mean, I added on. If you add on all the stuff, you get like 1,200 and stuff.
Well, like, and then it also like there was things in there that kind of like bothered me. Like if you go back to the campaign, they had one of the add-on things for it. I've got to scroll down to find it if it's even on there anymore. It was like this like battle chest or loot chest little thing that like this little tiny box that would be on wheels that you could have underneath the table that you could like have like your miniatures and your dice and your books in and stuff like that, and then you would be able to like just have that by you and you could just roll it out and like you'd be able to take it. And so that was like one of the big add-ons that you could have. And I was just like, yeah, that looks really cool. And I remember I got that. And then they just decided, yeah, we're not going to make that. It's like, oh, well, yeah, but I already did it as an add-on for like $99 or whatever. And they're just like, oh, well, just pick some other stuff then. And I was like, well, I don't want to pick other stuff. I want the one thing that there was called a hell box. It was like I mean, the GM screen looks awesome. Like it has like the magnets on it and stuff like that, so you can just put your stuff up in front of you. It just so much of the stuff just looks like super cool.
Yeah, they're really good about selling it. Like the sale is made on this website. You know what I mean? Like their website is pretty slick. It's got a lot of great pictures. The Warhammer stuff looks amazing. They're really lucky to have gotten that Warhammer license because that probably is keeping them alive. You know what I mean? Just selling more. Is that an actual like official size for a Warhammer game? Like I don't even know what you need anymore.
So usually they're 4x4, but
No.
you can have that extra 2 feet for your dice
Right,
roll.
you can have all your crap on the side.
Yeah, so I mean, it really does work perfectly. And the thing is that
program.
Yeah. So mine was, it was like, okay, I'll get a Dungeon Master screen because those things it's like that 4-panel giant screen. I thought that was really awesome looking. It's like, give me like 4 cup holders, because those are really cool. I got 3 of the extra large pads. So you can the people can have those to they could have like their books on there. They could be writing on those. Got a couple of dice towers. I was just like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. And like I said, I believe I will get it.
Yeah. I don't think I'm not going to get it. I feel like they've got too much invested in this now to walk away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the company has value right now. Even if they somehow screw it up and lose all the money, someone could come along and buy it and probably pick it up again. I mean, I don't know if their production system is that cheap. I don't know. Be interesting to see. I mean, Berkey's stuff is in the same price point, right? Ish.
Well, Berkey's stuff is cheaper because they don't have
not by a lot though, right? Still pretty high.
Yeah.
Like comparatively. Not like, well, let's see. What's the cheapest thing Berkey can get? $349 is as low as it goes. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cheap. But if you go on the high end stuff, it's $899. The Mycroft, but it's huge. It's 4x6.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you go to the website, you can look at the Warhammer table. You can see the plugins on the corners. You can see where you can plug in your laptops and stuff. I mean, it's just, the thing looks like you said. It sells itself as far as just by the appearance.
Especially with a person who's into Warhammer, and you see the 40K one, that's friggin' amazing.
Yeah,
and $12.99 for a table is not. That's not a lot.
Yeah,
you can spend a lot of money on really nice tables.
What's the I'm trying to remember, but what's the what's the guys in Greece that make the tables?
What was his name?
I just remember one of them's name is
Uncle something, or was it Uncle? No,
one of them is his name is really Thanos. That's what I thought was cool.
His name is Thanos. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't Tom. Rathskeller? Is that right?
Rathskellers, yeah, that's right.
Rathskellers. Was that them though?
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dice Tower was doing some sponsorships for them.
Yeah, they
have they delivered? But I imagine delivering from Europe is really expensive.
Oh yeah, I mean, I ended up talking to them at Gen Con a couple of years ago, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we can give you a deal on one." They were going to give you a free one. I didn't. I'm not getting a free one from Ultimate Gaming Table either. But I mean, it's just like they're like, yeah, yeah. But I was just like, and I was looking at that one, and I mean, like their counselor table. I mean, it looks really, really nice, right?
Did you see the table at BGG Con that Wormwood had?
No.
It was nice, but I don't know if it's like $10,000 nice.
$10,000.
I might even be starting at 10. I kind of have this memory of it, but let me see. I was like, okay, that's going for a little more high end than I think I want.
I'll say this with this Holiday Inn Express I'm staying at, they have really good Wi-Fi. You know how like you go to like
Yeah. No, the cheaper hotels have great Wi-Fi compared to like the big ones. It's really crazy.
Because there's less people using it.
Probably.
I mean,
but those hotels can handle people too. I mean, they just have to put in the right hardware.
But
Ready
yeah,
to
like
deposit. Like it doesn't even have the price. Let me add one to my cart. The Wormwood Prophecy. Oh, it's $1,000 deposit. But tell me how much it costs. Oh, okay. Depending on what kind of wood you want, the cheapest one is $5,000.
Jeez.
The figured myrtle is $15,000. So
That's
5 to
ridiculous.
15,000. I think the one they had at BGG was 10. And the toppers start at 1,000, up to 3. And the cup holders start at 45 each, up to 175. Yeah, it's definitely. This is definitely for the connoisseur of wood.
That's kind of ridiculous.
I think this needs to be a little more bespoke for $10,000. I'm sorry. I don't know. I have a hard time like justifying a $10,000 item that I click a button to order. It's maybe just me. I don't know.
Yeah. That's it's kind of nuts. Let's like a car or something.
It is like half of a car. All right, guys. Well,
no, I mean
give me one more topic to talk about, and then I gotta go because I gotta actually work, and I'm not feeling that great.
So what are you gonna work on? I'm just
we got a thing starting on December 1st that you might have heard of. A little thing we do every year.
Oh,
annually.
You put a lot of effort into the Secret Santa?
Oh no, this is something else. It's our annual fundraiser.
Oh yeah, where you beg for money.
We beg for money. Yes. Got to keep the lights on there, Lance.
Okay, then I'm going to ask you. I mean, and you probably won't answer me. But I mean, do you do it because you have to, or do you do it because you know?
Oh yeah, we have to. Yeah, we have to.
You have to.
Yeah. It's pretty significant. We have a lot of our user base is very interactive with that stuff. I mean, we've had a great user base. Very lucky.
Your website is worth $87 million.
To who?
And, worth of web.
Okay. What's worth of? What does it mean?
You get V-Bucks. 87 million V-Bucks.
Yeah.
Have you run it lately?
V-Bucks.
Oh, V-Bucks. VW Bucks. WWW.
Hold on. I haven't looked at it honestly in a little while.
Board Game Geek?
Yeah. The Board Game Geek. Here.
I've got a question for you, Scott. How much are you like RPG? What is it? Video Game Geek and RPG Geek? Like, how much are you involved in that?
Besides owning them?
Yeah.
I mean, it operates all under the same umbrella. I mean, I don't put a lot of resources towards making it better. But I want to. Like, I really do. It sucks that it kind of sits there doing nothing. I mean, here, let me change my words. It does do a lot, but it's sort of like the community is doing it, right? Like, they're putting in a lot of work to put in new games. All the RPG Geek is well up to date with the role playing games, right? There's a thriving community there. It just hides in the shadow of BGG.
I actually had a dream about you a couple nights ago. Oddly enough.
Oh, go on.
I did that. You had a movie geek. That was the dream.
I have actually a domain for movies. I just never. I mean, I got like 20 domains I want to do, but it's just hard.
Yeah, I know there's a lot
it's
more.
It's hard to like stretch myself so thin across all the domains, right? Like, I want to make. I've got a lot of interest, right? I've got photography geek, and I've got like brick geek, which is Lego.
Geek?
Brick Lego.
You know, like bricks?
I've got comic geek. I've got I've got a form of Movie Geek. I think it's not as good as Movie Geek, but it's something like movies. Something I can't remember exactly what it is. But it's just hard to do them. And then you're like, okay, well, there you go. Like, you can't just launch something and put it into the world.
Yeah.
And you have to babysit it. And it's like, I've not really had time to babysit Video Game Geek and RPG Geek. And the guys that really like put a lot of time and effort into RPG Geek are gone. Like they've moved on, you know? So it's hard. I mean, I would love to hire people left and right to run it all, but that's kind of hard.
It's 86 million.
With all the stuff other we got going on. It's hard to put a lot of money into something that doesn't make any money, right? Like
so
that's it takes. I was always thinking maybe someday it'll build up to that, and then I can start putting people into it, but it really has not. The marketplace is non-existent. It doesn't make hardly any sales go through RPG Geek. I don't know how much trading happens. Never really looked, but yeah.
I could see that being incredibly niche.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, it has a good, just solid user base, so I wouldn't give it up.
Oh yeah,
but it's just hard to like. I mean, when Board Game Geek puts food on the table, like it's hard to like ignore it. You know what I mean? So.
No, I mean, have you ever thought about? Well, I mean, I suppose if they just kind of maintain themselves now, you don't really have to.
But they're lacking. I mean, there's definitely work to be done on those sites to make them cool. The question is it worth doing all that work? Right? I mean, as a hobbyist, I would say yes, but as a business person, I would say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to see things exist, right? Like it wouldn't have existed if I didn't want it to exist.
I brought my Board Game Geek jersey to PAX. I look forward to wearing it one day. Just wandering around.
No, fine. Matchup. Team up with Eric Martin. He'll be there. Yeah, I think he's the only other person for BGG going.
Yeah. Is he going in like?
I mean, here's the deal. If it was closer and I felt better and like I wasn't, you know, I don't know how these guys do it. Honestly, like if I'm honestly thinking about how to run a game company and you go to 15 conventions a year, when do you actually do work to get things done? Like in the weeks in between? Like is that? I guess you have to.
Who are you talking about? Just
game companies. General? Like one person, one, two staffed game, one or two. You're a big company, right? How many people you got? Like 5, 6?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, and for a board game company, that's big.
It is. Usually they're a one-man show or 2 people, right? 1 or 2 people. 1 or 2 people. I should not say man. This could definitely be women. But it's like, if they're going to all these conventions, especially like Daryl Andrews, let's take him for example, right? He's a one-person show right now. Maple Games. He goes to almost every convention. I don't know how you fit in the work in between all of the conventioning.
I think it's for a lot of people. If you don't go to the convention, if you don't maintain a certain
level,
James
Matthew, he doesn't go to any conventions.
I understand that, but
so
he
it
also
can be done. Yeah.
Hey, would you stop interrupting me? Jesus, you do know that like he owns like half of RPG Geek, right? Which is like the number one
RPG Geek, RPG Net,
RPG Drive Through RPG,
oh,
Drive Through RPG.
No, I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, well, he's got like vested interest in like the number one place where people go and download their RPG PDFs.
Drive Through Cards, Games Universe, RPG Now, War Game Vault, Drive Through Fiction, Drive Through Comics, Kickin' It Games, Minion Games, Protospeed, yeah, fuckload.
Yeah, so I mean, he's
well, okay, take that off the board. Like, pretend you don't have another business running. But if you're running a convention, if you're running a game company by yourself or with one other person, to go to and spend, I know how much these things cost to go to. They're no less than $3,000 to $4,000 per show, and that's on the cheap, right? Per person.
A lot of these people, and I'm not saying, I don't know for sure, but a lot of these people they attend on the cheap as well. I mean, it's okay. Like I know
so
people
couch surf or Bogart rooms from other people, or like
yeah. I mean, they find a way to kind of they get in somebody's room and trade them some games, like sleep on their floor.
Listen to that. It just seems to me that conventioning is a full-time job in itself. And if you're running a company as well, like how do you? I'm challenged. Like I just got back from Essen, followed by BGG Con, followed by Thanksgiving, followed by like now I've got a December support drive coming, which takes a lot of work. And
You
it's
need
like,
to stunt double for the shittier cons.
how do you get anything done?
You need to find somebody who looks a lot like you.
Oh, I'm not going to go to many cons next year, my friend. I've already decided on which ones I'm not going to.
Which ones are you not going to?
I'm not publicly stating those yet.
The Gather of the Vikings, is that one making the list?
Hey, so my January plans for going to New Orleans got canceled. When's the Gathering of Vikings?
I gotta make it.
Get it soon.
Well, the big thing is that I can't. I mean, Chris Peach.
Just do it yourself. Stop relying on him. You cannot. You just call a hotel and drop his name if you need to.
Here's the deal. So I have there's one I can my kids Taekwondo
it ain't gonna
leader.
happen, is it? It ain't gonna happen, is it, for us?
Can I just finish? You're
skeptical.
I hear you making excuses already.
I'm not making any excuses.
If it gets too close to the thing, we can't get cheap tickets and nobody will come. If you tell us now, we can get cheap tickets.
Here's the deal. So the Taekwondo dojo guy, he has an event center that he said you can just use it. It's because
we want it at a hotel. Is really what
I understand that. That's the big thing. So I have a choice between I can do it at one that's like super cheap, or I can do one that's got a hotel that's 5 minutes away that has
here's the thing. Yeah, get the hotel quote. Get the hotel quote. How many people are coming, you think? 15? Have you put out any word?
I vote for super cheap.
Super cheap.
Well, I mean,
how are we going to get back and forth to the hotel if we're going to be sitting in some gym?
I mean, I'm going to be driving. I mean, I can pick somebody up along the way. Yeah, it's only.
You're crazy.
When I
you know how cold it is up there. Your car's not prepared. Your car will be like, you cross the border into North Dakota.
Oh shit! I didn't.
You're like, oh fuck no! I'm going back. Turn around now.
Don't put those thoughts in my head, Scott.
You don't think about that stuff when you get on a road with a car?
No.
I broke down too many times on the road to not think about it.
So
and it sucks.
So when I used to deliver pizzas, this is like 1,000 years ago. This is before cell phones. So like way back in the day, like if like you like now when like you get a delivery, it's like people have GPS, they can find these things. Like I had like one of the things that you always used to have was you'd have a phone book in your car. And the reason why you had a phone book is the phone book had a map of the city in it.
Did you have MapsGo? We had MapsGo. It was like just a map in a book, but you could it was big grid, like you could flip the pages as you drove.
Oh no, I just had a phone book that had the map in it. Yeah. So like if it was like 512 9th Street, you could find that, because it's a number, But it was like, where is Smoky River Mountain Road? It's like you and so there would be a ledger on the side, and you'd find a grid, and you could try to figure out where this place was and things like that. So being the dumb guy in his early 20s that I used to do, I used to deliver pizzas in the middle of winter in my shorts because my car, you just left your car running. So the car was always warm. The car was always warm. I just have a sweatshirt on and I'd have shorts. And the thing is, I deliver the pizza and the people would laugh. They're like, "Holy cow, it's like 10 below. You got shorts on." And we'd all laugh, ha ha ha. And then, but they'd always like, "Oh, hey, here's a couple bucks. Buy yourself some pants." And
like, get a pair of jeans, dude.
Yeah, I know. And it's like it was a shtick, right? So, but.
Chad Roberts, what does this story have to do with the con?
Stalling.
Driving across country.
We're talking about cold. So here's the deal. So like if you couldn't find the place where they lived, like you would go to a payphone, and like these are like payphones. Remember those payphones you could drive up to, and you take the phone down, you talk, and you dial the number, and you could talk to somebody while you're on your phone. Well, they're pretty prevalent in
Fargo, because nobody wants to get out of the car.
Yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
cold.
So, like, you call them, and then, like, when you got back to the store, you'd say, yeah, I had to make a phone call, and they just give you a quarter out of the till. You're like, fine, whatever. And, to deliver the pizza to the person. So, because sometimes the person would write down the wrong address, and you couldn't find the place. And,
You just wanted quarters.
Well, yeah, I just wanted quarters. But anyway, so you made more, the more deliveries you went on, the more money you made. And so if you ever saw that you were running out of gas, you would push it as far as you possibly could. I mean, there were so many times that I'd be driving and my car would
it would buckle.
I'd feel it buckle, and I would I would gain speed as much as I could. And there was more than a few occasions where I would coast into a gas station out of gas, and like stop right at the pump, and just be like,
what?
Yeah, more than a couple. But I remember there was one time where I was.
You have never broken down in the middle of nowhere, obviously.
Well, no, I have, because this is where the story's going. So,
okay.
This is
the story to the story.
Once, like when I delivered pizzas, like to this day, I just know my way around Fargo Moorhead. Like I know where stuff is. I know where like a building is. I know where, because I've seen it all, because I've driven around the entire town. I delivered pizzas for a variety of companies for like 10, 12 years. And so I was in an area of town where I knew there are no gas stations nearby. It's like residential. There's no gas stations nearby. And my car runs out of gas. It's the middle of winter. This is before a cell phone. I can't pick up my phone and call somebody. And it's like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm wearing, I've got a zip up hoodie, and I got shorts on, and I'm just sitting there, and I was like,
"What the fuck did you just do?"
Yeah, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh, I really wish I got gas." And I remember, I told myself, because like this is, and I'm sure if you've ever run out of gas, like if you would walk into a convenience store, it's like, I run out of gas, they have a gas can there. You usually have to leave your license. And then, like, you fill up the gas can, then you go back to your car, and then you drive back and you give them back their gas can. That's the whole, like the
I never had to do that, but yeah, I can see that.
Well, I had to do it many times, but anyway, so
I'm familiar with the gas can.
Yeah. So I remember I remember walking, like it was about a mile to, and I was just like, oh God, and I actually saw a payphone. Like I was like, oh my gosh, a payphone, and I have my money. I can call somebody, and I can race back to my car, and and then they can come to my car, and they can give me a ride to like the Quickie Mart, and I can get gas for my car. And I remember taking the phone off the thing, and the phone had no cord.
The handle came off. Yeah. I think I've been in that situation before, where like I needed a payphone real bad.
Right out of a movie.
The handle and the cord is gone. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, I won't be making any calls on.
But I remember I made it to the convenience store, and then they didn't have a gas can. And I was like, what do you mean you don't have a gas can? It's like everybody, you're supposed to. It's like, oh, somebody didn't bring it back. And I was just like, oh. But I remember I think I
chug a gallon of milk. No, chug it.
No, I
fill that up.
I called my stepdad, and he drove out, and like he was up late watching TV. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my parents got divorced when I was like 4.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, no. So my
stepdad,
like he had a gas can because he had a snowblower and stuff, and he was like, yeah, I got a 5-gallon gas can. I'll just come get you. And so I told him this little ramshackle. But I remember I was like the coldest I've ever been. I was just like, I am going to die, because I didn't want to fill my car with gas. I was just like, to this like, yeah. I was just, it was crazy. But yeah, no. But anyway, so
the coldest I've ever been.
Oh
is
my gosh!
I spent doing graffiti at the University of Florida on my graduation night. Coldest I've ever been. I had to like get into a bathtub and just like turn the hot water full on, sit in it. Anyway,
what you were oh my goshing about?
I have a cold story too. This has never happened to me before. It's cheaper to fly out of Fort Wayne to Fargo than it is from Indianapolis to Fargo, because it's 14 hours as opposed to
14
10.
hours.
10's my cutoff. 10.
Let me tell you what it is out of Dallas.
The Dallas to Fargo straight trip. It's sweet, dude. Fly American.
Is it a nice hotel, or is it a nice plane too? Is it modern, or is it the old shit?
Well, I don't know. It's
do you have a screen, or do you not have a screen?
What? No, you don't have a screen. What are you, crazy?
Well,
it's
I just went to Memphis and had a screen. It was nice.
It's like an American Envoy. Like,
what are we looking at? Like January 18th?
We're looking middle of January. When I get home from
18th to the 20th.
When I get home from PAX, I will call Chris Peach and I will say, look, let's just make this happen. Find out the day, tell the guy, have your wife get me the deal, and we'll get set up at the Holiday Inn Express or whatever, like he suggested. We can make it
1:44 p.m. to 4:20. 2 hours 36 minutes. Boom.
Yeah, and it's a straight flight. It's like, and then you just get.
Why does that exist? I wonder.
It's
on E75 Embraer. What is that plane? I don't think I've ever been on one of those.
All I know is when I fly to.
Oh, no, that's pretty big.
I love flying.
Oh, it's a one-seater on the left side, and two on the. Oh no, it's 2x2.
The one-seater on the left is always nice. I love the one-seater on the left, where you get nobody to deal with.
Except yourself.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, you tell me and I'll book it. But you got to tell me soon.
When I get home, I'll make it happen. Even if it's like 10
But I don't want to be the only one coming.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure we would have a grand old time, but
my birthday is February 3rd, and I've already told my wife that's my gift to myself is to be able to go to this extra convention, because normally she's Origins Gen Con, all I get Essen if I take her next time. So
I mean, I'll have the usual gang of idiots that are my local area guys. But I mean, you're
really selling this one up.
I know.
Well, okay. I've said this.
Anthony.
This. Well,
Anthony bailed on PGG Con 4. He still didn't say why. I haven't seen him since he said he wasn't coming.
He said it was like getting too close, and I don't want to speak for him, but it was just one of those things where he wanted to. He didn't know where he was going to stay. He didn't know because he didn't have a room.
You had a room for him.
Well, I said it's like you can stay.
We almost brought Rado out. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened there? What? Oh, because
that price of the plane ticket was too high.
Oh,
I would have done it if it was. So here's the deal: I had a flight in my cart for half the price that he did the next day. So one day it doubled in price.
Wow!
I mean, we're talking about like less than 1 week away.
Oh,
that happens, right? Sucks.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, even the 1 week thing was pretty high. But if we can plan for it, it's way cheaper.
He was going to move mountains for
Rado. He had some issues too. I mean, I get it. He had some family stuff going on, and it just didn't work. Whatever. He's not going anywhere. He should have joined us tonight, man. We could have talked.
He was going to, but he's sick, just like you.
Oh well, he's doing smart. I'm making myself worse. And I want to play games this weekend, man. I need to get some gaming in. I got all these games from the convention. I cherry-picked the library. Hell yeah. Talk about games, then I gotta go.
All right. I have got the chance to play Wildlands a couple times. I really like Wildlands. I like the hell out of it. It is not Martin Wallace-esque at all, but it is a really fun, simple little dudes on a map, skirmish, pick up gems, or kill each other game. I like it a lot. I
need to find one of those games I like.
It's
yeah, because I thought Arcadia Quest would be that for me, and I got really tired of Arcadia Quest pretty quickly.
Did you backstart Arcadia Quest?
I have like almost all of Arcadia Quest, and I'm like gonna dump it. I'm just gonna be like,
it's interesting. Like, I mean, I don't want to bag on CMON or nothing, but like if they sped up their release schedule, I think they would do a lot better. Like they kickstart their games 2 years in advance. That's a long time to wait for stuff. I was looking back at Zombicide Invaders. It funded like over a year ago, and it's still not coming out till like next year.
I don't want to say anything because Pete's on the show.
No. I mean, this is not a criticism. It's just an observation of their model, right? Like I think they have really cool games, except they just don't come out quick enough.
I think, and this is not, and people are gonna try to connect a dot between this and Steam. I think that all game companies in 2019 are going to have to change a great deal in the way that they're approaching their process of selecting games, releasing games, and getting games into people's hands. The market is changing very, very dynamically, and game companies are they're going to get left behind, and they're going to get forgotten, and it's just, I think it's one of those things where it's just like it's not, it's like with, I mean, it's just like TNG, where we're constantly like, we are like actively like saying, what do we need to change, what do we need to do better at, what do we need to, and I'm sure other companies are doing the exact same thing, and it's just like, and it isn't that people are like not forgiving publishers in some way. I think it has a lot more to do with the fact that it's just they have so many options available to them. You're getting to a point where you need to stand out, or you are going to get left behind. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's I Yeah, I don't know. As far as like new games, like I really want to play Blackout. I haven't played it yet. Does anybody play Blackout? I want to play it.
Oop. I'll be very interested to see what the game industry is like in 5 years. I mean, I was going to say 10 years, but I think there's going to be huge changes just in the next 5 years.
Did Scott disconnect on purpose, or did he fall off the edge of the earth?
Oh, well, he's go. I don't know. Maybe his computer couldn't handle it.
So everybody, Kabuki Kid just said something. Imagine a deluxified Castles of Burgundy. We get told that. I average like at least once a week of somebody saying, "Hey, you should really do a deluxe version of the Castles of Burgundy." It's like we don't. It's like it isn't like we can just walk up and just say, "Hey, we're gonna take this game, we're gonna deluxe it. See you later." It's like they, you can't get the license.
Well, you just need to sign your email, Lance Mikes, or Tasty Games. Start dropping the weight around.
Hey, Paul. We have actually looked into Macau a little bit, and who knows? I would just love to get Macau back in Macau, whatever, back into print. I think that'd be awesome. Paul, I haven't seen you or your brother, and supposedly you're going to be here on Saturday, so we got to make sure we run into each other. I haven't seen you since like BGG Con like 3 years ago. It's like forever ago. Yeah, and I mean that's the one thing too about Castles of Burgundy is like, doesn't everybody who owns it like already own it? And it's so tough. Like it's like one of those things where it's like so you have people that own the previous version of the game, and here you come up with this deluxe version. It's like, do you offer an upgrade kit? But in a lot of cases, it's like, okay, the upgrade kit is like the coins and the wooden pieces, and like you go through and like the updated new art and like a thicker, more sturdy board, and you go through all these different things, and then at some point, it's like the upgrade kit is like 80% of the game without the box. So it's like we can't offer that. It's just because it doesn't make any sense to us financially, but people don't understand that. It's just like, we'd end up charging you $5 less than what we're charging for the game. And then we have to deal with like another new pledge level. It's just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And it's just, I don't know. Hold on one second here. Chad asked about something. Give me a second. Chad, you mean this Yokohama Duel?
What? What the hell is that?
That's a 2-player game of Yokohama that Hizashi designed and created that we will be doing at some point in 2019. So
Nice.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. That'll be fun. We're considering, don't hold me to it. What if we had a pledge level that allowed people to get a Yokohama Deluxe at the same time? We don't know if we can do it or not, but we were thinking maybe that'd be possible. So we can't do Orleans because if you go to the Orleans Kickstarter, it actually says we will never offer it again, and we don't want to go back on our word. And now there's so many different options out there to like upgrade and deluxe stuff. So the thing is, like there's so many different manufacturers now that create stuff for games, like that create and do those games. Is that it's like the options to deluxe games are like exponentially better now than when we did like Yokohama, as far as like being able to the wood pieces and getting like really good silk screen art on the wooden pieces, and just so it's like if we did Yokohama again, if we made it, we could even possibly make it better. But like if we made it, because we could like get rid of the stickers that people had to put on like the people. So I think if we did that again, maybe we would be able to like offer people who had the original version, they'd be able to get like the better art. I don't know. It's who knows, pie in the sky. What are you gonna do, kind of thing. Paul, our resident Taliban, Paul Tompkins, says wants a Gugong Deluxe. Yeah, don't we all? I want a Gugong Deluxe. I can't even get a copy. Game Brewer, just basically like whatever extra copies they had for that, they are just using them for the parts. So that's how that's gonna work. Well, Kabuki, like with the Orleans thing, we've considered like, I don't know, it would seem really cheesy for us to like be like, oh, we're gonna do the collector's edition or something like that, Yeah, it'd be like, oh yeah, we changed the name slightly. It's just it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that'd be cool to do it, but it's maybe better just to let it lie and just say, wouldn't that be cool? But I mean the headaches, from like trying to like, Kickstarter backers, 99.9% of them don't say anything, right? They don't send a message, they don't post comments, they don't do anything. They just pledge their money and they step back, and then eventually we send them a game and everybody's happy. Or hopefully happy, I should say. So it's like the people that like raise the ruckus and bang the drums are they are loud and they tend to be tough to ignore, I guess, and they can definitely like give you a bad moment or two. But as Daniel says all the time, he's like, if they weren't passionate about our game, they wouldn't have anything to say. So we should appreciate the fact that they care as much as they do, and there's some truth to that. So it's tough though. I had an interaction with a backer about Luna, and they were like, so here's a glimpse into like the logistics of like trying to do something. So the new Luna has like these two new rules, basically, like a larger meeple that you'll be able to put on the islands that will function as a like the function is more valuable when it comes to determining majority, and a priestess figure that will move around the temple, and depending upon where she's at, the people that are close to her where she ends up at the temple will score extra points. All right, so those two things are just these two little wooden pieces. They will have silk screened art on them, no stickers, and we just included it into the game, and everybody's going to get it. So it doesn't matter if you pledge at like the $25 level or like the full game. So people that are just buying the $25 level that want to get like the stuff, like the new content and the coins, that's what they get. And so people are like, well, my Luna though has cardboard tokens, and so I'm going to have this priestess figure that's like going to look out of place, because it's a wooden piece. And it's like, okay, I get that, I understand that. And it isn't a lot of people, but a few people are like, can we get like a cardboard token for her so we can play with that? All right, fine, I understand where you're coming from, but it isn't as easy as just saying, yeah, let's just make a cardboard token. I mean, you have to, there's a thing called die cuts, which are basically you have to set up a print press kind of thing. That, good night, buddy. If you're listening there, Aldi, I'm sorry you had to leave. But like, you basically have to, like, you get a piece of cardboard and you have the art that gets printed on the top of it and on the back of it. And then you set up the die cuts where like the punch comes, so like when you can punch out the stuff or whatever. Well, there isn't a spot for that priestess anywhere. So we have to actually like figure out a way to change a die cut or add her to another existing board or anything. And that costs money. And so like, it isn't cheap money either. It isn't like, oh yeah, here's $10, go make that for us. It's, it's an expenditure. And it seems silly that it is, but that's just, you have to think this is a professional piece of industrial equipment that is going to be run many, many times. And it's going to, punch all of these cardboard pieces. And it has to do it with precision and what have you. So it's like, oh, so like, there's a small number of people that want this done, but it's just not cost effective for us to do it. And so we have to make a decision where it's like, yeah, we'd love to offer it to you. We'd love to give that to you, but we lose money trying to make you happy. And it's like, it's like, you want to be the cool guy that does that, but you can't do it. And I remember I had an interaction with somebody today, and I explained that to him, and like, and bless their heart, they were like, oh, well, thank you for taking the time to explain that. I understand. And I was like, because usually, even though I explained that to somebody, they're like, well, if you really cared about your customers, you'd do it anyway. You're just like, and you have to also say, I guess I understand where they're coming from, even if they say that as well. Yeah, sometimes, dealing with customers is an extremely important part of the job. And like we talked earlier about communication and being able to discuss things with them, but sometimes it's really difficult. So, but there you go. Hermes Padilla. Lance, do you use any beard oil or balm? I use beard balm, and I use Mad Viking beard balm.
I don't use anything, in case anyone's wondering on my beard. Just
I thought you just needed some soap. Mad Viking beard balm is
what does it do?
It smells nice, so, but it softens your beard, and it just like it makes it more manageable. It gives a little bit of styling to it, but not a ton. But I strongly suggest that if you're looking for like your beard balm, like you're gonna probably want to figure out a smell that you like. And so if you can buy the mini beard balm pack or whatever, and they send you like all of their scents, and it's like I forget how much it was, but I mean there's tons of different scents. I am a big fan of the Raven Rom balm, which is like it's like a kind of a I don't know, it smells like a pirate, I guess would be the way to describe it. Like kind of a rum smell to it. But I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. But anyway, there you go. But yeah, in my opinion, they have the best stuff, and they make it, and it's also it's soft. Like a lot of beard balms, like you'll get they're really really hard, and you gotta like really really warm them up in your hands before you can apply it. This stuff's really soft and it's really easy to apply. So there you go. I'm not an expert as far as these things go, but I know what I like, and I like that. Chad Roberts, hemp oil on forest beard.
I was actually thinking about trying out that CBD oil. I started selling that in my local town.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the we sold some TMG hoodies, and we hope to like sell them again. We're it's one of those things where it's like we don't really make any money off of them. We just like seeing people wear them, and it's kind of like an advertising thing. So I mean, yeah, there is an expenditure there. I think we charge $50 for them, but I mean, they get made for us. I believe I think they're made in, oh man, what country is it in? Italy? It's not Italy. What country is it in Italy? It's like they're made in like Czechoslovakia or something like that. And so they aren't like, and not that you can't get decent clothes made in China. I don't take it that way, but I mean, it isn't like we tried to like not find like a sweatshop kind of situation, and we found a company that basically, like, I think we might clear $1 or $2 on them from the after all the shipping and the price it costs us for each one. So, but like I said, people seem to like them, and you like yours, right, Forrest?
I love it. I've gotten boatloads of compliments from people just based on the appearance. And they ask me, "Oh, what is that?" And they're like, "Oh, it's a board game company." They're like, "Oh, well, that's really cool." Anyway, it's like, okay, but yeah, it's really comfy, warm. It's heavier than it looks. I love mine. Like, it is my go-to hoodie now.
My daughter, I got one for my daughter because she's just big enough now that a small just seems like it's just a baggy clothes on her. And like, yeah, she wears it to school every day. She's pretty proud of it. So there you go, as far as that goes. Apparently, Anthony tried to log in, but he couldn't get his phone to get the link to work. So whatever that means. I don't know, man. You play any other crappy games lately? I saw you actually didn't you played that abstract or whatever.
Which one?
The one that you were laughing about the cover or whatever.
Oh no, that's a different one. I played a game called Foresight. I got to bring that one into class actually. No. I play everything in my class. I literally probably play about 10 to 15 new games a week, and most of them are in my class. They're my 2 game nights.
I'm kind of I realize that Barry's kind of hung up or whatever with his back and everything like that. But I mean, he lives in Philadelphia, or he lives close by. I can't believe he's not coming to PAX. I'm a little annoyed.
I can believe it.
Well, I mean, I can too, but I'm still annoyed.
I mean, it's not like it's just like a small town. I mean, Philadelphia is still big as hell.
I think I drove through here when I was like younger. I don't remember exactly, but this place, it feels like Minnesota. It's like, it's really weird. Like when I went to the little Irish pub today and had a sandwich and a Guinness, it was like, this is like a bar I'd go to in Minnesota. Like downtown Philadelphia where we're at, it feels like downtown Minneapolis, St. Paul. It's just, it's very Minnesota-esque. It's weird. Um, traffic's a little different. People really love their horns, but just we were like um, me and Daniel were walking to the ramen restaurant today, and it was just like everybody is just honking, way just beep, 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 beep. You know, it's like everywhere. You know, like and traffic is just backed up and stuck, and I actually saw the like somebody was like stopped in like the middle of the road because they were like waiting for somebody to come out of some store or something like that, and like the person behind them honks the horn and then the person puts on their like emergency hazards or whatever because like I'm not moving, and then like I saw the person like pull up, like goes into the outside lane to pass them, which you could have done anyway, and then like pulls up alongside of them, and then would stopped in the middle of the road, basically blocking all the traffic behind him as well, so he could roll down his window and scream at the person next to him. Just like, you've already made it by. You he had nothing but open road ahead of him, but no, he's just there. You got it, just screams at the guy for like 30 seconds straight. Rolls up his window, big finger out the window, carries on. Just like, I bet that guy felt so much better after he screamed at him.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
No. So I just realized that like after this convention, like other than going to like some local stuff and maybe gathering of Vikings, like I don't have any conventions to go to until like probably Origins, unless we go to BGG Spring. Yeah. You awake, Forrest?
Yeah, I got 2 a year I go to. Man, I'm not a big timer. Not a big timer.
Do you just like flying in to like do you drive? You drive to
Oh yeah, man, I can't afford to be flying across the country. I mean, we got. Well, I mean, no, seriously. I mean, we're very meager, very meager household.
well, you drive to Origins, right?
Drive to Origins, drive to Gen Con. That's I would drive to Essen, but it was not feasible.
Well, why don't you when are you gonna do another Kickstarter?
I'll do another Kickstarter next year to go to Gen Con and hopefully go to Essen. Because I'm taking my wife this time. She's going to be the camera person. We're going to make it do a little trip.
Oh, she's gonna be in charge of the camera, huh?
But this year, our Kickstarter didn't do nearly as well because we didn't do the promo packs. And the promo packs are they're a bitch and a half to do. So I don't know what I'm going to do this year. I mean, part of me wants to just, not do it. But I know, I mean, people really like it. And I get a lot of views on it. And I really enjoy it. But it's, I don't know. I just want to go to a convention and enjoy myself and not work. Like, I enjoy what I do. Like, I enjoy the interviewing and I enjoy learning about all the games and meeting people. But I just miss going to conventions and just enjoying myself, like not working. But it's the point now where I can't do it. I can't turn it off.
Yeah, for me, this is weird. Like BGG Con had like a lot. I played a lot of games, which was weird because I don't normally get to play a lot of games. But I played a lot of games, and then I found myself. How do I say this in a way that'll be? I don't want to say anything. It's going to be too offensive. Not offensive, but just more. How do I put this? I found myself more and more disenchanted with the people that I used to spend lots of time at conventions on. I'm not talking the last year or two. I mean, I'm like like people that I used to see and spend a lot of time with like 5, 6 years ago at conventions. Like I, it's like still like, hey, how you doing? It's like, you're awesome. That's awesome. Whatever. But I also was like a lot of like, yeah, I'm just kind of tired of talking to you. And I felt bad because it's nothing against them personally or anything like that. I think I'm burnt out on the whole. Just it's like you know how, okay, this is going to get weirdly philosophical here, but so you know how like there are, it's like dudes, it's like you have your like group of friends, that like close knit group of friends, and nobody really breaks into that close knit group of friends. You can have people on the outside that you kind of hang out with, but you got those that and it could be 2 people, it could be 10 people, but it's just like you got that group, right?
Yeah.
And it's like for the longest time, like everybody at like conventions were kind of like in the floating group, but now my convention group is once again like these, 2 to 10 people, that these are the people I want to spend time with, and everybody else is just kind of floating out there. And it's like, and it's just kind of like, yeah, it's kind of nice to see you, but I'm also like, for whatever reason, there's a reason why you're not in this group right here, and it's just so.
See,
like,
I've never had that group because I'm working. I mean, but I've never, I've never had that. That's something that I met. I wish I could get. I would like to get that, but it's just I don't ever see it happening. Just because the second I get done, I'm uploading videos. Go to dinner and then I immediately just get on the grind.
Oh, I remember, yeah, when I would room with Joel, he would run himself ragged, get like 30 videos done, and then he'd race back to the hotel and upload them all. And I was just like, dude, you're killing yourself. That was back before I was working for TMG. And
but do you enjoy it? Like I love it. I love getting them up.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he did.
Felt liberating.
Well, maybe, I don't know. It was crazy. It was like I was like wandering around just BSing with people and playing games. I guess I had a blast doing that. So.
No, yeah. I think it really depends if you enjoy doing it. Like I enjoy doing it. I like knowing that I am the best at what I do right now, at getting the most out. Like that tickles me so much with how many new people are coming and live streaming and all this and all the channels that I still, for like 3 or 4 years, like I have been the top dog of getting them out fastest and the most, and that makes me happy. And I want to just keep, one-upping myself. And yeah. But if someone like, because this next year we're dabbling in live streaming, like I talked to my buddy Eric and I was like, what do you think about actually live streaming everything, absolutely everything? Which I don't know if I could do, because I mean, how I can be. I don't have a filter, and I could get in. Yeah, that's what worries me the most, is not having a filter and slipping up on certain things.
But how would you even live stream it? You mean you can't?
I don't know. Other people are talking about doing it. I'm sure there's a way, and if there's a will, there's a way. I'll do the Kickstarter.
You'd have to hotspot it, and you'd crush your data. I mean, you would cost so much as far as your data goes.
I don't know. I would look.
They wouldn't.
Other people did it last year. They'd live stream. I don't think they live stream as much as I'm thinking about doing, but I want to stay ahead of the curve, and I think live streaming could do it. I mean, that was the whole point of the Gen Con Bonanza, was to make it feel like even just a tiny bit that you were at Gen Con, like you're on the floor, you're getting the experience, you're learning about the games, and I feel like live streaming is the next way to do that. And maybe I don't know how I do it. I mean, I'm going to start looking into it this next year, but I think it's something that I want to do next year, if it's feasible. But yeah, I know costs and the Wi-Fi and all that, and I'm just as cynical as you are, honestly. I don't think it's going to happen, but I want to. That's my goal, because I want to try and do something different, because I know there's a lot more people doing what I'm doing, just getting on the ground floor and not just being on the show floor and shooting the videos. So I want to try and step it up one more time.
I told Michael we should hire you to be our customer service person. Just respond to emails.
Oh, I'm sorry that you were missing this. Yeah. I've looked at some jobs in the industry. It's just they all say you need 3 years experience in this, you need this experience and this experience, and it's like it's customer service and stuff. I'm just like I don't have any of that experience. Like I've been working as where I working with kids for 8 years now. Before that, I worked in a factory and another factory and a summer camp counselor. So it's like my resume is not exactly ideal for
Were you in Meatballs?
I was I got some stories. I was a very fun summer camp counselor, but in hindsight, I was a very bad summer camp counselor. There was some drinking, there was some other stuff that I should not have been doing on the job. I cheated on my girlfriend that summer quite a few times. I mean, that was a miserable relationship that ended immediately after summer camp, but it was very like, summer camp movie-esque style because we had the Kiwis and we had the girls from Britain who were just there. They were just there to have fun because they have like those foreign exchange programs where they get all the people from the different countries, and it was it was one of the best summers of my life. I'll say that. But yeah, but when it comes to like customer service and all that stuff, my resume does not look good.
I had a buddy who worked at a summer camp, and he said that you could just see the summer camp was dying. Like they just like whoever was running it was just hemorrhaging cash, and on payday they would get their check and they try to be like the first in line to get their check, and they would race to the bank to cash it. Because if you were one of like the last bill to cash it, there wasn't any money left in the account to pay you. So it's just like go get your paycheck at 8 o'clock and jump in your car and drive like a bat out of hell to get to the bank and get your money. So like you wouldn't see you paid.
Mine was a YMCA camp. It's actually a super nice camp. Like I plan on sending my kid there in the next year or two.
YMCA. My parents' lake cabin is like 8 cabins down from the YMCA camp on the lake. It's kind of neat. Just you see the kids. They seem to be having fun there. Going horseback riding and stuff. I went to a couple of Bible camps, but I never went to actually like a true summer camp.
I started going. My mom sent me to my first one, Camp Dick Runyon, which was a very, very rundown, shitty camp, but I loved it. I remember selling peanuts door to door at the apartment complex I lived to help raise part of the money to do it. And then I went to this other camp after my mom died, and I started living with my dad. And then that's where I went there for 4 or 5 years, and I worked there for a summer. And it was the kind of thing where they were just so short-staffed they couldn't fire me, but there was no way they would ever hire me back ever. Like it was bad.
Are you ready for the summer?
I will say I watched Meatballs a couple months ago, and that is a really bad movie. I was just, and it wasn't the fact that it's like, oh my gosh, this wouldn't fly now. It's got rape jokes and sex jokes and all that sort of stuff. It just wasn't funny, and I don't mind. I love 80s comedies. It didn't do anything for me. I didn't laugh one time, and I was like, what the hell?
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
And I love Bill Murray, and I was shocked because I don't think I ever watched Meatballs as a kid, and it was not good.
Have you ever seen the president of the Houston Texans? He looks like a Bill Murray that's like been eating hamburgers all day.
You talking about Bob McNair, the guy that just died?
No. Like the what's his name? I saw him pop up, and I thought he was like Decal McNair. Like it must be his son.
Decal McNair.
Here, I can. Oh yeah, you can probably Google a picture of him. He looks like if Bill Murray like has been eating Pop-Tarts morning, noon, and night. Here, hold on. I'll just share my screen.
Pop-Tarts sound good.
You're so weird.
Well, you don't like Pop-Tarts?
Just, I guess, sure.
I love those things. Especially, yeah, about 1, 2 in the morning, get a bag of Pop-Tarts, jam on that.
What? Get a bag or two of Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, they come in bags. They come in little silvery bags.
Oh, I thought like you were. I can't. Where's my picture of this guy? Because actually, like I saw him, and I took a screenshot of it. Nah, I'll have to find him. Yeah. Of course, like I can't find
Riveting.
Great. Fine. I will Google him and then find an image of him.
Yeah, I'm not finding it anywhere. Bob McNair's son didn't come up. I think I gotta call it though.
Oh, call it what?
Call it a night, man. I got woke up at like 2:30 this morning by my son, which was bad because I went to bed at like 12:30 this morning. So I went and slept on his floor, and it was ice cold. And he's got this little Christmas tree in there, and the thing is bright as hell. So I couldn't get to sleep.
Hey, did you one last when you played Wildlands, did you play with the like the Unquiet Dead expansion by any chance?
No. I just got the base game. They sent me the base game, and I really, really liked it. What'd you think about it? Have you played it?
I haven't played it yet. I own it. It's one of those things where it's like I keep thinking I should play it. But I don't have time. I don't have time to do anything.
Oh yeah, I understand that. Like I still got Gen Con games. I mean, it's if I can't play it in class, it's just there's only 2 or 3 opportunities I get in a week if I'm lucky to play it.
I don't know. I mean, it's like, first world problems, right? But I mean, it's just so annoying that it's like, oh, I really want to do this. I really want to paint my miniatures. I really want to. I mean, there's just like I've got like 3 videos I got to do as soon as I get home, and I'm not looking forward to that at all. And it's just like, I don't know, never have enough time to do anything. Plus, it's like, Red Dead Redemption isn't going to play itself, So I mean, that I was going to say, I'm sad that Aldi got out because I wanted to talk to him about it. The one thing about Red Dead Redemption that I really liked, the new one, is that it doesn't hold your hand when you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. There's like mysteries that you have to solve on your own and things like that like you need to actually just look around, like and they're not holding anybody's hand trying to give them the answers either. Like there's this whole mystery right now that like nobody can seem to figure out. It might just be a MacGuffin, but it's called like the Emerald Ranch Mystery, and it's about like basically there's like the entire, like it looks like there was like a murder there at some point, and like there's a woman that's like locked in a house, and you can't. It's weird. It's like is it a ghost story? Is it real? It's like, yeah, good stuff. So I mean, it's just like I think they really did a really good job with this, and I don't know. I dig it, but it's also kind of infuriating right now. I'm just I want to play it, but it's like I'm one of those people that like, it's like, okay, yeah, I could do these little story missions, or I could I really want to like go and track down this legendary like panther and kill it, So it's like, do I do like the story missions for 3 hours, or do I go mucking around in some stupid swamp for 3 hours trying to find this stupid thing? So I don't know.
You'd love Fallout 76. It doesn't hold your hand at all. gotta get to bed.
All right. Good night,
Have a good
everybody.
one.
Yeah, I'll try. Tomorrow we set up the booth, so I'm looking forward to. I always like that first day when I can walk around, I can look at like the other booths and see what other people are going. Plus, there's gonna Games Workshop's gonna be here, so I'm excited to go check out and see what if they have any cool minis or anything. So, yeah. Until next time, thanks for stopping in, man.
Laters.